Hold on. Yeah, okay, perfect. Shut up. All right. Yeah, okay, perfect. All right. Shut up. Good. All right. Good. So I'm probably not going to be able to see any of your comments or whatever, by the way, just to let you know. So, yeah. So, there you go. Let me just get into my first one. So, yeah, here we have my watch later. These are the videos I want to watch and react to in front of you lovely people. So, yeah, this is what we're going to do throughout the whole series. Or throughout this whole stream. So, yes, indeed. It's just, like, probably better to do this for my format from now on. So, yeah, it's just a lot more efficient, a lot more effective. So, here we are. Let's react to one of them in a little bit. Because I'm also just doing stuff on the side as well, so, you know, bear with me. All right, so here we go.
Well, I tried. I tried to warn people.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a problem.
I saw the writing on the wall, and I decided to give my message to my viewers. Yet, many viewers rejected it. Many viewers ridiculed me, made fun of me, told me I didn't know.
Which, by the way, he's still wrong about. It's going to echo in here. Yeah. Yeah, he's wrong about that, by the way. It's like, there's not a gaming crash at all, actually. To be more correct, it's just companies kind of giving a correction. That's it. Unfortunately, trust me when I say I wish there was a crash happening. If I'm being honest with you guys, I want consoles to go away. I want, because they're very anti-consumer. I want all these studios, because they're not the ones that you recognize and like. I want all these studios to go away. I want all these companies to fail. I don't want them to continue this charade anymore. You know, this whole live service crap needs to go away. So,
What I was talking about a couple of months ago when I said, hey guys, we're in the midst of a gaming crash. The gaming industry is burning down to the ground right in front of our eyes. Now, yes, it is a mostly Western-related issue right now, but there are instances of it happening in the East. It's just not as prevalent in the East, and people just completely rejected that message. You know who else people rejected with their...
You know, I really do feel like... that he's one of those people that say, you know, all these people doubted me, including you, Dad. But I don't think anyone... especially his audience, like, I don't think anyone in your audience, bro, like, really did that. It's just stop. Oh, hell, whatever. Yeah, I don't think so. I doubt that. Okay, so just stop your nonsense.
Old message, Jesus. Now, I'm not saying I am Jesus. I'm not saying I'm Metal Jesus. But what I am saying is sometimes... people don't like to hear the truth because the truth scares them. And the truth is something that kind of damages their image of what they have of something, of the video game industry, being so successful, being so great, people with visions of getting into game development and wanting to work for game studios and stuff like that. And
Well, not work for game studios, but you absolutely should get into the game development scene. Absolutely, especially with AI on the rise, do it. Again, sorry about the echo, guys, but just bear with me. Yeah, so if you want to get into game development, now is actually a better time than ever to get into it. Learn how to code, get used to AI, because it's going to stay whether you like it or not. Get used to AI, and yeah, try to maximize the efficiency of making your product with AI. like that's just the best you could do. So yep, there you go.
Sitting back, looking at the bigger picture, and I'm like, go to trade school. All right, go to trade school. Learn how to be a
Not bad advice, by the way. Like I think becoming a plumber and he was about to say
plumber. Learn how to be an electrician. Those are things that will always exist. You're always going to have electronic.
Hey, honestly, like that's not bad advice. I'm actually surprised he is saying that. So, honestly, I am genuinely surprised that he's saying that. Like a gaming YouTube channel.
You're always going to have plumbing. The gaming industry, as it stands now, is burning to the ground. There are now websites.
It's not.
Dedicated
It's
to
really
just
not.
putting up whenever another studio layoff has happened. And I just happen to have that
Again, I wish
website
it was.
pulled up right
I'm
now.
not coping. I really
you
wish
could
it
see
was.
here that this is for consecutive different years of issues within the video game industry, stemming back to 2022. Now let's do a little zoom in here. Let's do a little zoom in here so we can see some of the names, because obviously a lot of this is spawned by WB San Diego, Monolith Studios, Player First Games,
Yeah, and by the way, good. I hope there's more layoffs. Really, like I said, I want this industry to burn to the ground. Honestly, before anything, because that's the only way we're gonna see significant improvement anytime soon, guys. Is that if these studios are completely brought down, or all these things, like everything in these studios or in the gaming industry is brought to a crisp, like brought to ashes, essentially. That's the only way. You know? Sorry. Ugh. But yeah, that's the only way. Like, the gaming industry is just horrible. It's in a bad state right now. We're having less optimized games, more expensive games. Like, oh yeah, we're putting the $70 to make it more quality. Where's that quality, bro? I'm still waiting for it. Like, it's been 5 years after the gaming industry, or I'm sorry, 5 years after the PS5 and the Series X. Where is it? Like, where is it, bro? Still waiting for it. Well, whatever. It's like, I actually hope more layoffs happen. Absolutely.
Massive layoffs. Massive layoffs at WB Studio. Wonder Woman, a game that had a very large budget, canceled.
Yeah,
Just
and how much do you guys want to bet that it was going to be a games as a service garbage? That's why they canceled it. Why else would they cancel it? Tell me. Why else would they cancel it? Think about it. Multiverse has failed. It's gone. What else? What was the other one? The Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Games as a service game failed. You know. I wonder what was Wonder Woman going to be, huh? You know. It's like there's a reason why. There's a reason why it failed, or there's a reason why it was canceled. Sorry, I'm telling you, there's a reason why. It was just games as a service. I'm telling you.
Completely vanishing from the face of the earth. A restructuring is coming. WB looking to sell off properties and stuff like that. Monolith.
I honestly hope so. I hope Warner Brothers sell off their properties.
Condemned. Fear. Great games that have just been tossed by the wayside. And looking over simply just 2025, seeing how many people are being affected. Crytek, High Rise Studio, Iron Galaxy, BioWare, Ubisoft, multiple divisions of Ubisoft. And
Good.
people
Like I
look
said,
at this.
good.
People look at this and
Let them
think,
fail.
oh, no, everything's fine. No, everything's good.
Why do these dudes who are on YouTube, right? Do they even know that half these people are not making good products anymore? So how is that a bad thing? I don't understand. Like, this is not even an example of the gaming industry crashing. It's really not. It's not. The gaming industry, unfortunately, isn't crashing yet. You know, this is just some companies, mostly Western ones. Wonder why. Mostly Western companies, they're not organized, and they're spending way too much money. They're bloating their budgets, right, on these shitty developers with their DEI practices, right? So they're having people who are not qualified, but because their skin is a certain color, or because they identify as a certain thing, that's what's going on. And yeah. And I'm sick and tired of it not being the case. I'm sick and tired of it not being called, like, we need to call a fucking spade a spade. Like, come on, bro. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Good. The industry's in a very healthy state right now. Look at this console. This console's selling really well at razor thin profit margins because software isn't selling very well. Many games aren't hitting their metrics. Many games aren't hitting their destined fortunes that these companies have within them. And it all goes back to what? It all goes back to a myriad of things. But the main thing is the people at the top. And we're...
Yeah, but he's not going to tell you the main reason why, which is DEI practices, but continue.
to talk about all of the different facets of this because I have a lot of things to say. That essentially was just an intro. That's what we're getting into with this video. That was just the introduction to set the landscape for things going on, for reminding you of things like Star Wars Outlaws, for things like Concord, for things like Payday 3, massive games that failed completely. Dragon Age. They just announced that it's going to PlayStation Plus because nobody's buying it.
Good. Like I said, good. I mean, is that not a way for them to take a course correction? Like, why did it take this long for them to take a course correction on very basic things like that? I don't understand that. I truly don't. Right? Like, what made them think, oh yeah, you know what? Now it's a great idea for us to start firing these guys. Like I said, because they had an agenda. They wanted to pull it with their stupid games, with popular franchises. They thought people were going to take the bite. Some people did in the beginning. But afterwards, it didn't end up, so easy. So, there you go. It's really that simple. Right? It really is. So, let me just make one thing clear, okay? The gaming industry, at least the Western one, it is failing, yeah. But we're still seeing prominent issues, even with Eastern video games, and that's the lack of creativity, the lack of like optimization. And you see these problems because they feel like, oh, why do we need to do any of that? It's really that simple. They're like, oh, why do we need to do that? Our game is still going to succeed, right? What I'm saying is that it's going to be a while before we have anything like the Xbox 360 or PS3 days. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. You're not going to get those days back. Not at this rate. We're not. I mean, we can get those those days back with a crash, but it's not going to crash right now, bro. It's not going to. The problem is that we have people with so less self-control, so little self-control, that you have them going and flocking to these games as a service garbage. And that's why these companies are trying to do it, right? It's really that simple. These companies are doing it because Fortnite is still successful. Because, what is it? Maybe, I think PUBG, I don't know. But you understand the point. All these things are successful. All these things. Right? And it's like, they're just trying to chase a trend. They lost all creativity. They're nothing. Honestly, these game companies are nothing. That's why you should stop supporting them. I don't care what franchise they have. I don't care what franchise you like. Stop supporting them. They no longer have any creativity in the field. That needs to be understood. Okay? That's it and that's all. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Anyways, we're going to move past this because he's kind of saying the same thing.
At Sutter, comebacks never stop. Whether you're scoring goals or
Shut up.
And just
And here
like
we got
that,
Harmon
it's
Smith with possibly the dumbest takes in the world again, but I don't want to, I think there's something wrong with him, so I don't want to you shit on him too much, right? But let's see. Here he is spewing some, Steam Deck and friends, I guess he's talking about the other ones, sell 6 million total units combined. The typical console brain rot fanboy. My guy is... Steam Deck is not about the sales taken. It's about the software sold. And because of the Steam Deck, millions and millions of units were sold. Okay? Like, that's why I started buying a lot more games on my Steam account, right? The Steam Deck is what got me away from the Nintendo Switch. Thank God. Because that thing was limiting and all I wanted was just a Switch 2. Or a Pro, sorry. A Switch Pro. Not the way that the Switch 2 is. The Switch 2 is, that should have been the Switch Pro that we got years ago. You know what I mean? So, I'm happy that that Valve came along with a much better portable than the Switch could ever dream to be. Even the Switch 2 could dream to be. Let's be honest. Right? And we have games running amazingly on the Nintendo Switch. Amazingly. Or I'm sorry, on the Steam Deck compared to the Nintendo Switch. So it's not about the units sold, my guy. He acts like the Steam Deck is a single entity. No, it's a way for you to play your Steam library. That's it. So it's all part of the PC ecosystem. The Steam Deck is technically a PC. So you could bunch it in with the rest of the PC sales, actually. That's actually a lot more accurate, funny enough. It really is. So,
over like a fart in the wind. Just like that, the illusion has been broken, the spell has been destroyed. It's over, essentially. We all know the truth. We all know the actual numbers. We all know what happened. But we need to talk about it. The narrative when Valve Steam Deck came out was that this was a major competitor to the Nintendo Switch. This had stomped the console in relevancy and power with its vast array.
I think he needs to understand this just real quick, okay? He does. Okay, Harmon. Even though that the Nintendo Switch, okay? The reason why it sold as many units as it did is because it was the only one in town. Let's be honest, okay? No, the exclusives are not the reason. Otherwise, the Wii U would have succeeded, people. Stop kidding yourselves, right? No, it's not because of Nintendo's exclusives. Because again, that would have saved the Wii U. Okay, the 3DS would have sold a lot better. All right, so let's not go down that stupid rabbit hole. The reason why the Nintendo Switch sold well is because it was one of the few, only gaming devices that allowed you to play modern games on the go. It is actually a true portable in a modern aspect. That's the only reason why. At the time. Now we have the Legion Go. Now we have the Steam Deck. Now we have the ROG Ally. All those devices are going to munch in to the Switch 2's numbers. So what I'm trying to say is that the long run is that the Switch 2 will suffer because of it. In fact, I do predict that the Switch 2 will sell less than the original Nintendo Switch because of the Steam Deck and the rest of the other ones. Absolutely. Like, all you guys, or whatever is in the chat, whoever's in the chat, raise your hand or say something in the comments is the equivalent. Raise your hand or whatever if you were the ones who bought a Nintendo Switch because that was the only way for you to play Doom 2016 portably. Go ahead, raise them. Or Dying Light portably. Go ahead. Exactly. That's what I feel. It's like, there's a lot of people who just bought a Nintendo Switch, really, to experience modern gaming on the go. And now that there's a Steam Deck that has better controls, by the way, like better face buttons, better analogs, hell, even has 2 trackpads. Yeah, that shit's all over the Switch, my guy. So no, although it's not going to directly compete in terms of units sold, Harmon, that does not mean that it is valueless. That does not mean that it is not damaging the Switch. That's a ridiculous statement, and we all know it. Of course it is damaging the Switch. We all know that. Or the Switch 2, at least, right? Now, am I saying that the Switch 2 will fail? No. Hell no. I don't think so. I think the Switch's ecosystem is too big for the Switch 2, at least. The Switch 2 to fail. Now, I think that it's just going to be less and less people over time. That's what I think. Because I'm sorry, my friend, charging $400 for a shitty, underpowered system just to run Mario 50,000 is not going to sell Nintendo systems anymore. I guarantee you that. Okay? Especially a underwhelming downgrade that the Switch 2 is. Seriously, I expected a dual-screened handheld. That's what I wanted out of a Switch 2. The Switch 2 that we're getting now should have been the Switch Pro. It's ridiculous at this point. It's like, listen, Nintendo, either go full way of the, of the, operating system, like just be an operating system or whatever, that you could just have devices be supported with the games that you put on said operating system, like think iOS and Android, right? Either go that route or keep going the Nintendo or the console route, because I do not want to deal with this bullshit with Nintendo, or with you, Nintendo. I don't want to. So, yeah, and there's going to be a lot of people who are going to feel the same. I promise you that. I promise you that. So, yeah. Sorry, let's go
great
ahead.
games on Steam. And not only was the Steam Deck so out there, outperforming the Switch, it had competitors. Ooh, it had the ROG Ally, and it had the, I don't even know what else. There were so many.
Yep, and all those devices, any of those devices, are much more valuable than the Switch or Switch 2. Your point? People are going to realize that sooner or later, my friend. You know, especially because, how much is the Switch 2 going to come in terms of storage? Not as much as a Steam Deck. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Not as much as a Steam Deck or ROG Ally. I guarantee you that. So, and then also, what is the Switch 2 depending on, by the way, guys? Oh, the same shit as the PS5 Pro? What? AI performance? Oh, man, that's going to work well, right? For this shitty-ass PS4 level fucking system that is the Switch 2. Right. Yeah, guys. AI upscaling is going to be amazing. Even though it didn't work out for the PS5 Pro. Even though that it's still very iffy on PC in this modern, in the modern graphics cards. It's still pretty bad. I don't know if he knows that. I don't know.
Copycats. Clearly Nintendo was done. Clearly Nintendo couldn't compete. And what happens? The Nintendo Switch 2 gets announced, and suddenly we get word from the industry that all of these Steam Deck knockoffs combined have sold a grand total of 6 million units.
Yes, those are meant for people who already have PCs. So, Harmon, they are in the PC ecosystem. You know what that means? That means you could add that 6 million to the PC sold, to the PC units sold. Does he not understand that they are just PCs? They're not their own system. Bro, I know this is too much for a brain-rotted console fanboy to understand, right? I understand that. I get that that's too much for you to understand. And by the way, I kind of saw myself in Harmon a little bit. I know that's scary for me to say, and I shouldn't ever say that. But to be completely honest with you, guys, oh shit. Where's my history? Oh yeah, okay. That's right. But to be completely honest with you guys,
you work
it's like,
as hard
that's
as your
why
truck.
I grew up, right?
And you have no time.
That's why I grew up and like, I started liking PC for a reason. You know? Like, consoles, I just kind of know are a failure. They're horrible. They don't have any more value anymore. They have shit games. You know, what's the point of consoles anymore? There really isn't none. Right? And if you want to be honest too, if you know how to emulate Switch games, there's not much point to a Switch either. And if you like your Nintendo Switch, well, guess what? There's good news. And if you want to run your games better on the Nintendo Switch, guess what? There's good news. You could do that. You can do that on the original Nintendo Switch. Or, I'm sorry, with the original Nintendo Switch, and you can mod it. You could, you know, friggin'... You could run it through your PC, by the way. There's ways that people did that. They modded their Switch so that they could connect it in some way to their PC and make games run better because of the PC. So, yeah. Harmon, there's no competition. This Steam Deck and the rest of the ROG Ally and whatever, they're part of the sales of the PC. So they're technically shitting all over the Nintendo Switch in terms of sales as well. Like, and then sooner or later, people are going to catch on, right? They're going to be like, oh, dude, the hell? You're telling me there's a portable computer that could play games. I could play my games online for free. And they run significantly better than the Nintendo Switch and Switch 2? Well, sign me up. Sooner or later, there's going to be more people there, Harmon, who's going to know about the Steam Deck. And possibly even the Steam Deck 2. Oh, no. Yeah. No, the Steam Deck 2 is going to shit all over whatever Nintendo releases at the time. Or is going to support at the time. Like, I'm just being honest.
ROG, like that other thing, the Lenovo, like... all of them combined have sold a total of 6 million units.
And what ecosystem are they part of there, Harmon? Come on, use a little bit of your brain there. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. For your sake, use all of your brain. Because it's going to take all of it, I guess, for you to understand. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, try it. Try it, my good friend. Understand. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Hold on. 1 minute. Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to edit it real quick. Sucks. Yeah, no. Shit. Goddamn, son. Yeah, I don't know. Minute. I'm trying to edit it, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, let's just get, yeah, I don't know. Let's just, kind of take Harmon Smith. No, forget it. Bro, why? Shut the fuck up. God damn. Like, yo, I just went off the...
Less than Nintendo Wii U. With all of their powers combined, they become Captain Flop. You know? From the piece of hardware that was supposed to be the Switch killer. Now this needs to be brought up because the reason they're admitting this now is because they.
Whoever said it was directly going to kill the Switch, though. I mean, I'm not even saying that. Honestly, again, the Steam Deck and stuff like that, it's just more for the long run. Like, it really is. It's to get more people, at least, into Steam. That's what it's meant for there, Harmon. This man is foolish. But then again, he's a console fanboy, right? He's a console fanboy. What do you expect?
Know that with the Switch 2 coming out, they won't be able to keep up the facade and like pretend that these things have any real audience. Like the Switch 2 is going to demolish that pathetic, small, minuscule number like immediately. It's like unbelievable. Like this 6 million after all of that hype, all of that like bigger than.
I love how the console fanboy thinks it's all about units sold. Again, what about the software there? I mean, you're a Nintendo fanboy. You should know that software is more important than hardware, right? I mean, look at the PS5 sold, and yet the software sold for it is utter shit. What does that mean, Harmon? It means that the PS5 is secretly a failure. Software sold is the biggest thing that matters, right? And although the Switch is doing very well in that still, no one said that the Switch is going to fail because of the Steam Deck. Although, the Steam Deck is a better value than it, don't you think? It's a little bit of a better value, A little bit. Now, hold on, homies. I need to switch up something real quick. Hold on. Okay, there you go. That's how. Yeah. So. There you go. There you go. Yay.
In the iPhone, like it's unbelievable to me. Unbelievable to me that a product that was set up.
You could try covering that bald spot, bro. It's not going to help. It's not going to work.
This much would fall this hard. But with the Switch 2 coming out, it's going to be harder and harder
making fun of someone balding, right? It's actually very unfortunate that someone is. But Harmon Smith is just like overall a complete douche, He really is. I understand that he's not mentally normal. I understand that. However, that does not mean that means that he has to be a douche. No, not really. Again, his fanboyism is very concerning. Like, how are you, look, no one's going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, you are mentally not normal, okay? And you're a douche. Like, there's nothing to give you, like, you have nothing of value at that point. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you, bro. And the fact that you are celebrating that these actual competitors to the Nintendo Switch are what he thinks is failing. You're a very stupid person, Harmon. That has nothing to do with his with his actual mental deformity. You're right. It just has something to do with him being very arrogant for something he has no. Like, I bet he doesn't even have a Steam Deck. I bet he hasn't even tried PC gaming. Because I assure you, if you did, you would not be on consoles. For sure. Hell, do you even play your Nintendo Switch, my guy? I don't think so. I bet he does not. because you would not have time making all these videos if you actually play it on your Steam or on your Nintendo Switch. You know, there's a lot of games on there, right? Go ahead, buddy, play them. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing making videos and shit? Exactly. Because my man over there, he doesn't he does not play games. None of these fanboys do. They simp for Nintendo, and then when they simp for Nintendo, they don't do anything. Like they don't actually provide any value of the ecosystem that they pretend to be a part of. They really don't. That's fanboys for you. That is actual fanboys for you. I mean, it's unfortunate. It really is. But yeah.
Keep up this narrative that Nintendo is not relevant or that nobody talks about them, because that's not.
I'm sorry. I know I just made... Dude, why does he say that? Why does he do that? No one said that Nintendo isn't relevant. What? Bro, they're like the most successful console. Like the most successful console company out of PlayStation and Xbox. And you're saying that people made the argument that no one cares about Nintendo? This guy's something else, you know? I swear, he really is something else. Harmon, go back to your basement and think about what you said, okay? Bad Harmon. That's really hard. Look, guys. All right, I'm just going to end, I'm not going to end the stream. I'm just saying, like, I'm going to stop responding to this video because he's just going to kind of go back and forth. So the only thing I'm going to end off with is the fact that it kind of sucks. Look, I kind of saw myself in Harmon, you know, when I was a Nintendo fanboy too, because I was when I was 12 through 14. You know, like, I kind of grew out of that stupid shit because I kind of realized Nintendo has no care for me as a customer, as their fan. They don't care. And especially because, like, understandably, I think the Wii U is the console that made me realize that. You know? And I loved the Wii U. I still love the Wii U. But the fact of the matter is that Nintendo did not do a good job with it. They didn't. And even I knew that as a fanboy of them. And I was mad at Nintendo for not taking care of the Wii U like they should have. Absolutely. So, honestly, the reason why I was a fanboy of them is because they actually provided amazing experiences that I liked. You know? As soon as they didn't, and, you know, I was pretty honest, too, about, like, me not... Or actually, no, I did kind of defend motion controls a little bit. No, motion controls were fucking stupid, were not needed, except for, like, shooting games. They were not bad. They weren't bad for that. But, yeah, other than that, though, no. The motion controls were a fucking gimmick. They were not needed for every game, at least. And, yeah, I'm just kind of sad because I see myself in Harmon, but it's like, this is like, I'm Harmon. That's me if I didn't move on. You know what I mean? That's what's scary. Harmon scares me because I see a version of myself if I did not move on from being a stupid Nintendo fanboy at the age of an adult. That would be sad, completely. So, holy Lord, thank God I did not do what Harmon did. Okay. All right, so let's
Things can happen
go on
very
to this
quickly
guy.
and immediately, and I'm so grateful
Or
for
we could just move
technology.
on to shitty ads. Okay, cool.
With the PlayStation Plus Essential Games for March. They were just announced yesterday, and I think...
Wow, guys, PlayStation Plus. Woo! Woo! PlayStation Plus. Woo! Thank you, Sony, for raising the price. But, you know, here's 3 shitty games that have been out for years now. Or except one of them, which is Dragon Age The Fail Guard, which was a woke piece of shit that no one liked. That's why it's on the PlayStation, honestly. So, wow! Woo!
it's been a bit polarizing, but there is definitely a bit of a surprise here where we are looking at Dragon Age The Veil Guard, Sonic Colors Ultimate, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga collection. And the big surprise here is Dragon Age, the Veilguard. This game is only about 5 months old. And so a lot of people were quite surprised to see that, this big AAA game that just released this past holiday season is already making its way into PlayStation Plus. Now, it's likely because EA is trying to make as much money off of it as they can, because it seems to have not done too well. But yeah, let me know what you think about the PlayStation Plus Essential lineup for March. Moving on to the next topic, Sony just announced a big price reduction for PlayStation VR 2. This is being reported.
Oh, yay! Wow, hey guys, they're having a price cut for the shitty VR 2 that no one asked for. Instead of making, an actual native portable that people actually have been asking for. Look, guys, they made this shitty VR 2 that they even said themselves are cutting support. But they're cutting the price? Oh my god, they're lowering the price, guys. Who fucking cares? The VR 2 is a waste of money. Oh, but they're making it for PC. Don't care. I don't care. There's better VR for PC that are cheaper, I think. And no, and if I'm being honest with you, I don't give a shit about VR. It's too expensive right now, and there's not enough games to really care for it. And the games look like shitty-ass Wii games that are full price. Like, the hell? And why does VR need to be a fucking accessory to something? Can there not be a dedicated device for a VR system? I don't understand. Like, I really don't understand that personally. But, whatever.
By Sony themselves on the PlayStation blog.
Like, if the fucking, if the Nintendo VR, whatever the hell that thing was called, what was it? The Virtual Boy. If that shit was able to do it, technically, at the time, right? It did a pretty decent job. Then these motherfuckers could do it and make a whole system out of it. It doesn't need to be a fucking accessory, bro. Like, I don't understand.
You say for those who have been waiting for the opportunity to jump into PlayStation VR 2 and experience what this generation's innovative virtual reality system has to offer, we are happy to share some great news. Starting in March, we're reducing the recommended retail price of PSVR 2. Below are the new PSVR 2 prices, the starting date of the new prices and bundle.
Wait. Wait, this is a price cut? What the fuck was it before? Oh yeah, like 550, right? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. This thing is a complete waste of fucking money, bro. Okay. So, hold on. These are the same price, though. This is the same price, but one of them actually comes with the game and like the same shit as the other one. What? I'm confused. I'm actually confused real quick. The hell? Call Mountain, yeah, PS, or is the top one the one from before? I don't know. I did not listen that much, I guess. Who cares? Still a ripoff, in my opinion.
Availability may vary by country/region, so be sure to check your local retailer for details. And so, at least when it comes to the U.S., the price is being reduced to $399.99, which is a $150 price reduction. And they're also announcing that the PlayStation VR 2 Horizon Call of the Mountain bundle is going to be at $400 US. And they say here, with recently released hits like Alien Rogue Incursion, Skydance's Behemoth, and Metro Awakening VR, and exciting new game launches on the way, including Aces of Thunder, Dreams of Another, Hitman, World of Assassination, and The Midnight Walk, it's never been a better time to jump into the action with PSVR 2 using the PSVR 2 PC.
Oh my god, this guy sounds like a fucking commercial. My guy, like, can you actually talk about actual exciting things? You sound like a bored robot, my guy. Why? Why are you guys advertising for a company that's not paying attention to you? I don't understand that, personally. That's all console fanboys are. They're just walking advertisements that do it for free. That's the sad part. You know? It's like, if you're going to chill out for money. You know? Like, these guys are just sad excuses of human beings that just, like, are selling their soul because of brand loyalty, and that's it. That's all. You know? Jesus. Man, it's actually crazy. But yeah. I'm going to keep it paused real quick because I'm not going to be able to hear him until I'm, not driving. So, I'm just going to keep talking about, PlayStation being fuck-ups. It's like, who the hell asked for a PlayStation VR exactly? Who asked for another VR? The one on the PS4 was all right. No one really asked for it, but it existed, and that's okay because Sony was just trying to get into the VR landscape. Did it work? No. So why are you trying again? I mean, if you're going to try again with a piece of hardware that people actually want, I would try with another native PlayStation portable. Weird, right? Crazy. It's actually insane that people don't really think about that. Crazy.
Adapter, players will also have access to browse, buy, and play thousands of virtual reality games on Steam. Title release dates and regional availability may vary. In addition, with a recent update to PSVR 2, it now supports low-latency hand tracking, which allows developers to create games that tracks a player's hand position and movement through the...
Developers? You mean developers, quote-unquote, right? Like, no one's going to program for this thing is what I'm trying to say. No one's going to take advantage of this thing. Sony gave up on it, my dude. Sony gave up on it. What the hell are you talking about, bro? Oh, my God. Like, if Sony gave up on it, what the hell makes you think anyone else is gonna try their best at it? Sony themselves said we're not gonna support the PSVR 2 anymore. They said it. They said that. So what are you doing, bro? Oh my God. Imagine shilling for a shitty failed device that no one asked for. Jesus. That's bad, dude. So alright, let's go to fucking Death Stranding, man. I don't care about this. Or not. No, forget that dumb thing. Yeah. Okay, screw it. Whatever.
Moving on from that, we're talking once again about the upcoming Death Stranding 2 on the Beach presentation that we're going to be getting on March 9th. We have a few new details here. So this is being reported by Push Square. They say Sony's updated its official PlayStation.com page for Death Stranding 2 on the Beach days before Hideo Kojima's panel at SXSW. While it's all very vague, the descriptions do give us some firm details about what we can expect from the PS5.
Bro, does anyone, can we just be honest, does anyone care about Death Stranding 2? The first one failed for a reason, bro. Like, who cares? It's going to be the same shit with a different story. Probably not even going to improve on the gameplay. And it's not like there was any potential for that game in the first place. You know what I mean? Even the people who liked it are like, at best, are like, it's all right. You know? Yeah, it's okay. I guess I'll just play it. Like, people don't care, bro. It's a shitty movie game that has some shooting elements and Amazon delivery, what is it? Mechanics. Amazon delivery mechanics. That's all you're getting with it. Nice. You know, like, nice. Come on, bro. Come on. Like, enough is enough. Right? Enough is enough. Can we just let that stupid series die? I mean, hell, Shuhei Yoshida got demoted because of that stupid game. He gave Kojima, the dumbass, a blank check, okay? And he did something with that blank check. And he made this shit game that no one asked for and that sucked ass. And it was a PlayStation, it was a PlayStation, what was it, exclusive, right? And then this thing, for the amount of money that they gave him, this thing did not make it back. Maybe now it did, but my God, that thing failed miserably when it came out. To the point where it got Shuhei Yoshida demoted. Like, oh my God. Wasn't he the head of PlayStation or something? And then like when that game came out and it flopped, they demoted him to like PlayStation like relations something. Like basically that handles the partnerships between third party and indies and shit like that. So yeah, they demoted him, or yeah, they fucking like, yeah, demoted him, right. I kept thinking for some reason that promoted and demoted. Yeah, I don't know. I got those confused somehow. I'm sorry. I'm listening to like console fanboy brain rot, so I'm getting stupider by the minute. You guys should definitely leave a like and subscribe. You should tip me too for having to go through this shit. Like honestly, well, I'm like, fuck it. You know, I'm doing something that I could talk while doing it, so it's like I kind of want to do this every day ish. Maybe every 2 days. But yeah. It's like, can we just stop caring about this dumb fucking game and stop pretending that it was ever relevant? Because it really wasn't. The only reason why it kind of was is because, oh, Kojima is making it. Oh my God, I love the Metal Gear series. When people don't know that the reason why Metal Gear was good was because they actually kept this idiot Kojima in check. Like Konami, they actually kept his dumbass in check. If he got his full fucking way, by the way, with the Metal Gear series, you would get garbage like that Death Stranding. Alright? So there you go. Yeah, who cares? Honestly, this is just boring. Or whatever, I'll let you
Exclusive
guys
when it launches
listen to it.
later this year. Sam, with companions by his side, sets out on a new journey to save humanity from extinction, the blurb reads. Join them as they traverse a world beset by otherworldly enemies, obstacles, and a haunting question: should we have connected? Step by step, legendary game creator Hideo Kojima changes the world once again. Later on, the description mentions that the sequel's large open-world environments will be incredibly varied and pose unique challenges to navigate.
Oh wow, I can't wait to explore empty landscapes. Whoa.
It adds that you'll have the freedom to approach each combat encounter.
But they're different empty landscapes. Y'all are dumb.
How you please, whether that's through stealth or all out.
Oh man, can't wait.
Follow Sam on a fresh journey. Expect the unexpected.
Sell your clothes with no selling fees on Depop. Buy what you love with the extra cash. Sell staying.
Your actions can affect how other players interact with the game's world and vice versa. Make sure you leave your mark. Elsewhere, in an FAQ at the bottom of the page, it's confirmed that there are no plans to include microtransactions in the sequel.
Oh, come on.
And you will not need PlayStation Plus to engage with the asynchronous multiplayer aspects of the title. Death Stranding 2 supports asynchronous multiplayer in the same way as the original game. The page explains actions of other players, such as the creation of roads or structures, and the routes they have traveled will become visible and usable to the player once they have successfully connected areas of the map. So again, this presentation is going to be happening on March 9th, and actors Norman Reedus and Troy...
Well, I can't wait until they announce some stupid, like some dumb remaster before then.
Baker, as well as musician Woodkid, are going to be in attendance. So again, it does sound like this is going to be quite a significant presentation. I don't want to get my hopes too high here, but considering this game is coming this year, I'm definitely getting excited about what we're hearing. And
hold on. There you go.
I'm going to be looking forward to this presentation, and I'm going to be hopeful that we get a release date. But moving on to the next topic here, we have an interesting update on Hogwarts Legacy 2 being reported by WCCF Tech. It seems like Hogwarts Legacy 2 won't be a live service game after all. At least that's what Jason Schreier said in the latest Kinda Funny Games Cast episode. He says a lot of people have talked about how in recent years people like Zaslav and JB Perrette are talking all about games as a service. But the games as a service mandate started long before that. This is more executives just saying what shareholders want to hear.
Hold on. All right.
Because if you look at their current slate of games, they're not games as a service. Hogwarts Legacy 2 is not going to be a game as a service. The new Batman from Rocksteady is not going to be a game as a service. And even Wonder Woman wasn't going to be a game as a service. This is...
That's cap. As the dumb kids say. That is not believable in any way, shape, or form, and you guys know it. If Wonder Woman was not supposed to be a games as a service, then tell me then why did they cancel it after 2 live service games failed? Yeah, I call bullshit on that personally. So that's just me.
Not a company that is going all in on games as a service. They're going all in on those big franchises. I think they still believe that there's room for success. I've talked to executives there who envision a world where you would be playing in Hogwarts with your friends and you go hang out with your buddies, you're all wizards together and taking classes together. They have these kind of fantasies in their heads about games as a service that might work. It's just...
Sorry, hold on, guys. Hold on real quick. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Expected. Your actions can affect how other players interact with the game's world and vice versa. Areas won't be a lot of blame on Felix and Schreier, who broke the news that Monolith was shutting down, the Wonder Woman game was canceled, and just a lot of bad news coming out of WB Games. But I would say this is one bright spot. The games that are still in development, such as Hogwarts Legacy 2, which I think is a game a lot of people are anticipating, it's just going to be single player. I think that's very good news. It would be kind of nuts if it wasn't. He also confirms that the next Batman game from Rocksteady, which apparently is real and is happening.
Well, look, who the hell cares? Do not be excited for Rocksteady's new Batman game. Are you insane? These are the same people that fucked up the whole Batman lore, the whole Batman Arkham lore, with that garbage, Suicide Squad game. Do not be fooled, people. Do not be fooled. Yeah, so, yeah, don't. Do not be fooled, please. Honestly. Alright, hold on 1 minute. Oh, okay, there you go.
Will not be a game as a service, which, okay. I mean, not the most surprising news.
Hold on. You.
Not the most surprising news, but it's just good to know that the lesson has been learned, unfortunately the hard way, but there you go. Moving on to the final topic of the video, it's just another update on the rumored Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 remaster.
Wow, when they're trying to bring back someone as irrelevant as Tony Hawk after all these years, you know that game is gonna suck.
That is seemingly going to be announced very, very soon, being reported by PlayStation Lifestyle. In just one more week, the next entry in the incredibly popular Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series will be revealed. There have been many leaks and rumors regarding the upcoming game within a short period of time.
Wow, I can't wait for them to not have any licensed music like the older ones did, and I can't wait for them to to like make it a downgrade in some way, shape, or form, like compared to the older ones. Whoa.
which has led to more questions and answers. However, this newest bit of information all but confirms Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 is the next entry in the series, and it's coming to both PS4.
Sorry, hold on, guys.
And PS5. As found by ex-user Curacasis, the game Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 has been rated in Singapore. Not a ton of information is found on its Infocom media.
Shit. Okay. Oh my god.
Hold on.
Guys on we're pretty, I mean, they didn't really kind of hide it, right? Because there were pictures that were posted by Tony Hawk recently kind of hyping up this reveal on March 4th with him, Eric
What the
Costin,
fuck, dude? I don't
Rodney
know.
Mullen, Kareem Campbell, Steve Caballero. I mean, these are all skaters that were originally in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
confused.
3 and 4. So yeah, just figured I'd give you guys this update in case you were wondering if there was any truth to these rumors and everything we were hearing. Yes, it's happening, and it seems like it's happening very soon. But guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you did,
Oh, we absolutely did, dude. For sure. Oh, yeah. I found it so informative. Yeah, hold on 1 minute. Again.
be sure to leave it a like.
Okay, I mean, whatever. That's just the best I could do, I guess.
Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.
Like, where I can
Friendly
control
reminder.
how it does. I don't know. So weird.
RGT does not hate Xbox. I am still currently playing Avowed. I am now 26 hours into the game. I'm in the final area. The combat is still very fun and very satisfying. Not the greatest game in the world, but I'm having a good time with it, exploring these vast lands of mystery and magic. But I bring up Avowed because I feel like Avowed is kind of similar to what we're talking about today, because you might remember Avowed originally wasn't supposed to be a 2025 game. It was supposed to be a late 2024 game, but Xbox decided to delay the game into 2025 with the reasoning being, well, they were worried about your backlog. That literally was the reason. I don't care what anyone says. That was the reason that the...
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel.
Oh, wow. Oops.
Let me put you
So
on
that's how you do that, okay.
No, but seriously, this is something a lot of people sleep on.
Shut up. Nobody cares, bitch.
Friendly reminder, RGT does not
Alright,
hate
whatever.
Xbox. I am still currently playing Avowed. I am now 26 hours into the game. I'm in the final area. The combat is still very fun and very satisfying. Not the greatest game in the world, but I'm having a good time with it, exploring these vast lands of mystery and magic. But I bring up Avowed because I feel like Avowed is kind of similar to what we're talking about today, because you might remember Avowed originally wasn't supposed to be a 2025 game. It was supposed to be a late 2024 game, but Xbox decided to delay the game into 2025 with the reasoning being, well, they were worried about your backlog. That literally was the reason. I don't care what anyone says. That was the reason that the company themselves gave us as to why the game was delayed. Not because it needed a little bit more polish, not because of this, that, or the other, because they were concerned about your backlog. Now, a game that was scheduled for 2025 was, of course, Fable. A lot of games for Xbox in the calendar year of 2025 are a bit people assume that Gears of War E-Day, Perfect Dark are 2025 games, but we don't really have anything to go on to sort of assume that. The only thing we have is that we've seen the game. Now, if we're taking that sort of mentality, we saw Fable many, many years ago. It's been a very long time since we actually saw more of this game. The initial trailer for Fable, of course, had that. I mean, she's not a good-looking woman. Like, I think it's okay to say that. Like, I'm not a good-looking dude. Like, I'm not trying to, date the girl in the game or anything. But, kind of a homely, unattractive woman in the initial thing. And people were like, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Is the game fun? But they gave us a bit of a teaser.
Well, what do you think, RGB? What do you think? If the game is a woke pile of crap that has a dark-skinned woman in it, when games like that, we all know, let's not beat around the bush, appeal to white men, why would they show that? Well, why would they show that? Tell me. Right? That means it's woke, bro. That means it's a woke piece of crap. So what do you think that the game is going to be? It's going to be shit. It's that simple.
Of some pre-alpha footage of Fable today, along with an interesting announcement. Fable is now a 2026 game. And if you know anything about me, I am not a huge fan of talking about 2026 games in February of 2025. That is a problem that I had with the Sony State of Play presentation.
Wait, what's the problem with the game that was announced before the Series X was even released, right? And it's still not out. What are you talking about? That's not a problem.
Fable has been delayed until 2026. Xbox did like some developer podcasting to announce this, like a 19-minute podcast. Like, why not just put out a press release? Even if you go to Xbox's website to see kind of what is happening with this, it just shows you the video, and it's like, okay, just make a standard announcement. But Fable has been delayed until 2026. Now, no real concrete reasoning was given. I'm guessing some sort of polish.
It's because it's because the game is an unpolished piece of shit. Well, that and it doesn't. Okay, because it's made by a bunch of idiots who are only hired because they're skin and gender instead of actual talent. That's why. So they're incompetent at making a game. They're taking forever making an incompetent game, and now it's gonna suck. That's why. It's not hard.
The quote coming out from this delay is, while I know that's not maybe the news people want to hear, what I want to assure people of, it's that is definitely worth the wait. I have unequivocal confidence in the Playground team, which, I mean, we should have confidence really in no teams anymore. I think that.
Okay, good. I thought he was gonna say he has he has confidence in them. I was really about to ask why. It's like, if you're gonna have confidence in them, don't have confidence in Microsoft's shitty leadership, right? I wouldn't. I'm just saying I wouldn't, but whatever. All right.
Video game landscape has proven time and time again that there are lots of disappointments and there are lots of letdowns. Now, to be fair, they did show off some new gameplay footage, some early gameplay footage of the new Fable game, and I think it looks really good. It seems like it has a lot of the charm of the original Fable games. It seems like the settings feel,
No, it doesn't. It looks like some shitty, generic, realistic wannabe fantasy game. Like, these art styles look ugly as shit. They do not look like they belong with the thing at all. Like, at all. Sorry to tell you, but I don't know.
different but familiar at the same time. If you've played previous Fable games, you kind of know about the setting and the world and the lore and whatnot. But what I find interesting about this and this delay is I can't help but feel that there's other reasons for it. And, you know, when you think about Fable to begin with, Fable was really founded on a bunch of lies. Look at the original Fable game and who was involved with it. Mr. Peter Molyneux. For those younger viewers who might not know, Peter Molyneux is one of the greatest liars in video game history. He always would say, oh, the game's going to do this, that, or the other. You're going to be able to do all these things. And then when you actually get the game, much like Fable, much like Black and White, those things.
I personally, I never like really got into Peter Molyneux or whatever. Like, here's the thing: when his games came out, I was playing on PS2 and Nintendo. I never really bothered with his games, like, or with the games that involve that guy. I never did because I never owned an Xbox at the time. But it's like, playing them for what they are, they were okay. Just I guess apparently he did lie about all sorts of stuff, which was funny that people believed him.
Things aren't in the game that were originally talked about. Now, that's not to say the original Fable wasn't a really good game, because I definitely think it was. It had a lot of tongue-in-cheek humor. There was a lot of, customization over how your character would play out, whether you would be good or evil. Of course, you'd get the little horns if you were a bad character instead of a good character. People would react to you differently. It definitely wasn't as fleshed out as Peter Molyneux had alluded to it being, but it was a great game, a lot of fun. Now, the Fable franchise, of course, kind of overstayed its welcome as time went on, and, people kind of soured on the franchise. It didn't really evolve, and the ways that it did evolve, it evolved in things that people didn't want. So,
I mean, that kind of is always the same case with Microsoft and Xbox games, isn't it? It always is. It's like, they have a foundation. They could improve on said foundation, but instead they repeat the foundation with a little bit more extra stuff in it. Instead of, they only add stuff and not really improve on the overall system. That's what Microsoft is, what I noticed. That's all they do, right? And some weirdos like that, people are still mad about Halo 4 and 5 with its gameplay. Hello, did you not see Master Chief run in cutscenes? I don't know what to tell you. If it improves the gameplay, then there's no problem with that. Sorry.
Well, a lot of people are hoping for a somewhat return to form with Fable. The new Fable that just happens to have the same name as the old Fable. But my thing is this. When you're delaying a game of this size, I can't help but feel like you're delaying it, of course, because you want to work on it a little bit more, but because you want to work on those additional ports a little bit more. This is the feeling that I really feel like everyone has to have with any Xbox game now, is that this is going to come to other platforms as well. Maybe they need a little bit more time for the PS5 version. Maybe they want to make it so that the game is, runs good.
No. The thing that's taking them long is the fact that they have shitty game developers that really have no business in making a game. It's going to be poorly optimized. Watch this shitty Fable game, Watch. It is going to, whatchamacallit, I really do feel like it's going to run at 30 frames per second on the Xbox 360, on the Series X. And probably consoles in general. Or maybe not the PS5. It's probably just going to run 30 frames per second on the Switch 2 and Series X because of the Series S. And then on PC and PS5 or 6, whatever, it's going to be 60 frames. Watch that will that will happen.
On the Nintendo Switch 2.
What the hell? Excuse me? Hurry up, bitch!
Okay. So, going back to
they need a little bit more time until 2026. And it's kind of a shame because I really feel like
What the fuck was that?
Xbox was setting up
Was that
for
like the
what could
basement of a
potentially
serial
be
killer? What the fuck was that
their
at?
strongest year in a very long time with games like Fable and really by extension Avowed and whatever else Xbox has for this year. But Fable being the only game that was given the 2025 date to be pushed back to 2026, what does that say about other games that haven't been giving any sort of, release window? Are those games going to be 2026 too? Because if you were confident that they were going to be 2025, if you're confident that Perfect Dark is going to be a 2025 game, I mean, don't you think you would have said something by now? Is this going to be another quiet year for both Sony and Xbox? Another boring year? People got really...
Yup. Because, again, Xbox is going to appeal to the idiots that they're going to appeal to with Game Pass, dude. Game Pass has so much value. And then they're also going to appeal to the or no, and then like Sony has the console retards by the balls because Microsoft is doing such a poor job and Nintendo is Nintendo. They're doing their own thing. So really, Sony has the hardcore console fan base, or not even hardcore, just the overall console fan base by the balls. So they can release or not release, rather, anything that they want. And then Microsoft, they can just like, they're just going to be like, oh, we're just going to keep releasing dog shit games that we're then going to put on other platforms just so that we could just shit it out on Game Pass. Like, that's it. That's really all. So, yes, actually, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Query. What does that say about the games that don't have a release window? I don't know. I just hope Fable ends up being good. I hope it ends up being good, and I get it.
It will not. Good luck. It will not end up good. Sorry to tell you, man. Yeah, it will not end up good. Yeah, Microsoft is it just again, they're going to delay it for another year, right? Just for it to be somewhat playable, just to shit it out on Game Pass and maybe other platforms. I don't care. Like whatever they're planning on doing, it's not for anyone's benefit. It's for their own. And, well, for their own quote-unquote, because, really, they're not doing anything with the game. No one's excited about it. They're taking way too damn long because they have incompetent DEI morons in there instead of actual game developers who care about making video games. I mean, hell, isn't Sweet Baby Inc. like attached to this garbage? I don't know. I actually don't know. I really don't. So,
people are going to say, what about the Shigeru Miyamoto quote? He definitely didn't say a delayed game can be good, or a bad game is bad forever. It's like, bro, there's been so many games that have been delayed to hell. I don't even think the man said the damn thing. But Fable, 2026, how are we feeling about this? Are you surprised? I'm just at the point now where I assume everything's delayed. Everything's going to get delayed from these big companies because they don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what the hell they're doing anymore.
Yep.
Everything is mismatched in different directions and wrong decisions, and now you got to put pressure on other studios. The video game industry. You gotta love it, folks. You gotta love it. Let me know what you think of this in the comments section down below. What do you think about the new footage that they showed for the game as well? And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.
Bridget, I am going to ask you the question. Are you okay?
No!
So, Bridget,
RGT does not hate Xbox. Right now, I am playing Avowed. I'm about 16 hours.
I do. I hate Xbox because it's trash. It is a garbage thing, right? Like, yeah, Xbox, they even hate white males who are straight or whatever, so I hate them. I mean, I don't care if I was white, I don't care if I am black or whatever. That's a disgusting thing for a company to do, right? Be actually racist and actually sexist. You know, not the people who they pretend are, and we all know who they are, right? But you know, the people at Microsoft and these bigger companies doing the DEI practices, which again should be considered discrimination, aka illegal, but okay. It's like, honestly, I hate Xbox and I hope they fail. Really. I hope this next console will be their last. I don't like Xbox. I don't. Bye bye. Get out of here, Microsoft. I don't want you. I really don't.
Into the game, and I'm thoroughly enjoying my time with it. Is it a perfect game? No. Are there flaws? Yes. Are there things I would change? Yes. But the combat is extremely satisfying. I really like having a bunch of different weapons at your disposal, leveling up those weapons, crafting different weapons, and making enhancements for certain weapons, and then just trying out different
And then the absolute downgrade from like Obsidian, or I'm sorry, not Obsidian, from Oblivion. You are absolutely insane, my friend. You are crazy. Like, you actually think that like that's still a good game, even though it's a complete downgrade compared to their previous work? Are you serious? And I never even was a fan of like of Bethesda and like their Obsidian trash and all that crap. I wasn't even a huge fan of it. I never was. Well, holy hell, those games are an upgrade compared to this garbage. I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't believe I'm saying that. They're known for their jank, and yet they're like years above this crappy ass game Avowed. How do you do that? How? Oh my god. Oh my god. We're screwed. We're actually screwed.
combinations, which makes the combat extremely satisfying. The exploration is really fun in the game too. So I'm enjoying Avowed. And I have to say that because, well, we got to talk about some interesting things involving Xbox right now, with one of them being a very hot topic within the video game industry, artificial intelligence, and one of them being another hot topic, the Nintendo Switch 2. It seems like Microsoft is going all in with Xbox on the Nintendo Switch 2, but it also seems like Microsoft is going all in with AI, and there's lots of debates about this.
Wow. So here's what we're getting at that. They're going all in with a mediocre console, or going to be a mediocre console, with or at least a mediocre upgrade to a console, right? With mediocre games. Oh boy, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I just simply cannot wait, guys. Can you? I don't think so.
We're going to talk about this today. Let's talk about the AI stuff first. Artificial intelligence. Of course, we recently learned about Microsoft Muse, which is a generative AI model that can generate game visuals, controller actions, or both. And that's a scary thing for people. You know, when you hear about generative AI, it seems like there's levels to people's outrage when it comes to AI. And generative AI is, you know, usually...
Yeah, here's my take on AI. It's good, and it's going to help out the individual. Well, what do you mean? People are going to get fired. Yeah, and that's why you make your own company. If you're talented enough, you can actually take advantage of AI. People have done it so many times. There are individuals making YouTube channels where presidents are talking over gameplay, and that shit is absolutely entertaining. Well, like, And yeah, a lot of them do it so well to the point where those president characters are a lot more believable than the actual presidents. Like it's actually crazy.
The hard limit for a lot of people, because generative AI only exists with things that it can build upon, things that humans have created. It then looks at them, analyzes them, and creates something in its own image, and then makes it. But it can't exist without humans giving it something to go off of in the first place. And it's a huge debate. It's a very slippery slope. There are people.
Yeah, that's why they're gonna get rid of the losers who are not able to do a good job anyways, and keep the people who are actually able to do something with AI because of their good coding skills or their talent overall with AI. Doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that yes, they are going to fire more people. Maybe some people deserve it, maybe some people don't. Who knows, right? But I'm saying, honestly, most people do. Let's be honest. Most people deserve to be fired in the gaming industry, right? We could all agree on that. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. It's like I'm sick and tired of all these shitty game developers anyways. Like, let's be honest, they're so bad at their job that I'd rather AI take over for them. I'm being honest, bro. Like, I don't know what the hell is up with this hate on AI, and then people feel sorry for, oh my god, game developers are losing their jobs. Oh my god. Shut the fuck up. That's my take on that. Shut the fuck up. If they were good, they wouldn't have not lost their job in the first place. Oops. Someone said the quiet part out loud. Like, I don't give a shit, bro. Let these developers lose their jobs. I'm so happy about that. Let more assholes at Hollywood and shitty writers lose their job. I'm happy about that. Absolutely. If you're doing a bad job, you don't deserve to have your job. That's just how it is. You know? Sorry, not sorry, bro. So, yeah, AI is good, and it's going to get better.
That
So,
absolutely hate AI.
that's my
I'm
take.
not saying I'm a fan of it, but what I am saying is that it's been let out of the box. And once you let something out of the box and companies start to see this and realize what they can do with this to potentially maximize profits, it's profits over people, no matter what industry it is, no matter where you look.
Yeah, but people could do the same thing. That is what companies are not realizing, is that imagine if you have a good developer, right? He's going to be able, eventually, with AI, they're going to, maybe you'll need like 3 people at most who's very good at coding or whatever to make a big, large-scale video game with AI. That's probably the best. Because if they're talented with coding and AI, they're going to be able to maximize the efficiency of their job, which is making video games with AI. Companies are not realizing, and people are not realizing too, not just companies. People and companies are not realizing the fact that AI could be very beneficial to the everyday man. It absolutely can. Hell, generative AI is probably going to get so good to the point where you could probably say, "Oh, code me a GTA 5 clone, but that takes place in Hong Kong." Boom, there you go. And it's probably gonna code you a whole ass thing. You're probably gonna have to put that code in some way, shape, or form through Unity or Unreal Engine, and then boom, you got yourself a game. And then make the assets, obviously. Make the behaviors with the assets and shit, and boom, there you go. You got yourself a fucking game. That's probably what's gonna happen. Who knows?
No matter what you're doing, if you're a big company, it is profits over people. So while I think in the immediate future, it'll just be a tool that is used to assist people and help people out when they're making their games, look at how far AI has already come in the short time that it's been available to the peons on the marketplace. So Microsoft Muse started a lot of controversy, but then, of course, Satya Nadella, who is the head of Microsoft, said a lot of very interesting and potentially out of touch things when it came to utilizing things like Microsoft Muse in upcoming Xbox games. It's just very cool. One thing that we wanted to go after was using gameplay data. Can you actually generate games that are both consistent and then have the ability to generate the diversity of what the game represents and then are persistent to user mods, right? So that's what this is. The cool thing is what I'm excited about bringing. We're going to have a catalog of games soon that will be using these models, or we're going to train these models to generate and then start playing them. In fact, when Phil Spencer first showed it to me, where he had an Xbox controller, and this model basically took the input and generated the output based on the input, and it was consistent with the game. And that, to me, is a massive, massive moment of wow. It's kind of like the first time we saw ChatGPT complete sentences, or Dolly Draw, or Sora. This is kind of one such moment. Now, like, he's obviously championing for this, you know, this AI, this generative AI,
Yep, I am
and how
too.
it's going to help games and help the creation of games, but it completely eliminates the human element of things, taking into account.
Oh wow, you mean the same humans who made Redfall? You mean the same humans who made what other failures? Halo Infinite? You mean the same humans who made the last fucking couple of other shitty Xbox games? No, thank you. I don't want human input. Thank you. Appreciate it though.
Job losses, taking into, I mean, the industry's already in a decline right now. Look at how many layoffs there are every single week.
I seriously don't understand the whole like boo-hoo aspect of shitty developers losing their jobs. Good. I hope more. I hope more in this industry lose their job. Please, let them lose their jobs, bro.
Studio closures. People laugh at me when I say there's a game crash. Bro, we're just in the starting point of it. Things like generative AI are going to wreak havoc upon the gaming industry. And the way that companies use it will dictate how the future of the gaming industry is. And I think based on these words, you should start to really wonder.
If you were in a car wreck, pay attention to this. You may be entitled to more compensation than insurance companies may lead you to believe. Be careful if your accident.
Like, if you're in school for game development, get the
how
hell
they're gonna
out.
skip on
Go
so
to a
small.
trade school, bro. Plumbers. AI ain't going to take over a plumber. AI ain't going to take over a freaking electrician.
I mean, he's kind of right about that. There's actually nothing wrong with becoming a plumber, you know, or anything like that. Really, there really isn't. But I disagree in the fact that, you know, oh, you should just quit game development. No, you should pursue it even more because of AI. Are you stupid? You can make a game with AI essentially. You know, especially with enough skill, you absolutely can. Anyway, I'm already done here. Yeah. So, no, don't listen to him in terms of that. That's a stupid thing to say. Pursue your passion for game development, and now you're going to be able to take less time with games. Funny enough. You know? Especially as an individual, bro, you're set. You're set. You know? If I'm being completely honest, you know, you are set as an individual. You really are. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, you know, I don't understand how this is a bad thing. I really don't.
Or something like that. Learning a trade. If I didn't do this, I would be kicking myself in the ass for not learning a trade, because trades are always going to be there. Trades are always going to be much more immune to AI than stuff like game development, because Xbox is going balls deep into this. And
so
you know,
can
as a
anyone
consumer,
else.
there is that
That's
excitement,
what he's
there
not
is
saying.
that kind of
He's not
curiosity
saying the
as
quiet
to
part
how this
out
will
loud.
play out. But as an industry, I mean, if you don't see the problems with this right off the jump, once again, we are in the infancy of AI. It is just going to get better as time goes on, not worse.
Yup, exactly, which I
These
can't wait
motherfuckers
for.
never watched Terminator. Like, they never watched Terminator. I don't understand it, but Microsoft, Xbox, they're going all in on AI. I've seen some people be excited about this. Good old Colt Eastwood seems to be excited about it. I have questions. I have reservations. But the other thing that Xbox is definitely going balls deep into is the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, Phil Spencer has already said about a month or so ago that they were looking forward to working on the Nintendo Switch 2 and developing games for it. Of course, Microsoft is putting their games on Xbox, PC, PlayStation 5. Some of them have hit the Nintendo Switch, but obviously the future bodes bright for Xbox games on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, recently, Phil Spencer did an interview over on My Friends. Yes, these are people that actually like me, Xbox era, with Shesh Paul Nick and Mohawk MVG.
Oh man, oh they are going to get so, dude. You could see the seething on their faces. At least some of them. Do you guys remember when that whole 4 games only ordeal happened, and these motherfuckers were like, or I don't know about them specifically, but they're Xbox fanboys, so yes, where they were like, oh, they're devaluing their games or whatever, or some crap like that. Well, I guess they're continuing to be devalued, motherfucker. Yep. I guess they're going to continue being devalued. Yeah. Best of luck, guys.
And I believe the other gentleman's name is Jesse. I wish that I could have Jesse's girl. But they recently did a little interview with Phil Spencer, and there was a very interesting quote that came out of it. I'll have a link to the full interview in the description box down below. Go show Xbox era some love. Whether you like Xbox or hate Xbox, I mean, they're providing information on it that might be pertinent to you. I just want to be transparent with.
No, don't show any love towards the Xbox era. Do not show any love towards anyone who has PlayStation in their name or Xbox in their name or Nintendo in their name, because they're shills. They're absolute shills. They do nothing but like give you milquetoast takes on those fucking companies. Do not show them any love. Honestly. Don't harass them, obviously, clearly. I'm just saying don't go to them. Don't even pay attention to them. Their opinions are invalid. They are nobodies. They're fucking soulless machines. I mean, people want to say how AI taking over is a bad thing. What about these motherfuckers? They have less thoughts than AI. So, or at least less individuality than AI. So, I don't know.
People, Phil Spencer said. For shipping on Nintendo Switch, we're going to put that. For shipping on PlayStation, on Steam, people should know the storefronts where they can get our games. This is all about letting people experience our Xbox community and our games and everything we have to offer on every screen that we can. They also wanted to get the logo back all the way in June of 2024 during the developer direct, but they couldn't get the assets done, and it felt weird to have some of them in and some of them out. So obviously, this bodes very well for the future of Xbox games on the Nintendo Switch 2, because I mean, they're obviously, you know, you're not talking about, we went from a conversation about just 4 games.
I mean, what do you think is going to happen? No shit. Like, yeah, oh my god, this bodes. Who had any doubt that Microsoft or Xbox was not going to have a Nintendo Switch 2 port? Or like, they're not going to be supporting the Nintendo Switch 2? Who said that they weren't? Like, who had this doubt? My only thing is that, like, who gives a fuck about Xbox games being anywhere, like, let alone on the Nintendo Switch 2? Not to mention that, aren't you going to have better games available from Nintendo and possibly third parties instead of dumbass Microsoft's, really cringe-worthy games? Like, can we just be honest for a second? There are going to be better games on the Switch 2 than Microsoft's games. I don't know about any confirmed ones, but I can already confirm to you right now, there are going to be better games than Xbox slop on the Nintendo Switch 2. I guarantee you that. Hell, I think like the Pokemon something Legends Z through A or whatever, uh, that's already going to be better. Like that's already a game I think confirmed for the Switch too. I think, or was that a rumor? I don't know. Either way, right? It just makes a lot more sense to really be like, who cares about an Xbox game being on the Switch too? Who actually cares, bro? Like, if I'm just being honest. The only one where I could see, and obviously I think will happen because of Doom 2016 came to the original Nintendo Switch and Eternal, right? I think the Dark Ages will also come to the Switch as the Switch 2 as well. Wouldn't it be crazy if they were able to put that on the Switch 1? That'd be insane. But yeah, and I think that game is what you should care about mostly from Xbox, or quote unquote from Xbox. That's, I mean, yeah, they own the studio. Don't get me wrong, but it's like they had no creative involvement with the game. You know, yeah, it's their game, but it's like that game would have been made with or without Microsoft. So I don't know. I'm just saying they had nothing to do with the quality of that game. Like that. That's all I'm telling y'all. So let's see now. But yeah, don't take my word for it. I don't know.
To how branding is going to be popping up when applicable for a system. And obviously the Switch itself is fading out. So really he's talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 here. Now some people look at a lot of, Xbox games and think, "Oh, well this game can't run on the Switch 2. This game can't run on the Switch 2," even though we haven't even seen the system yet. But you have to remember one thing about Xbox is that they have something called the Xbox Series S. Now, maybe in terms of raw power, the Xbox Series S is a little bit more advanced than the Nintendo Switch 2, but there's going to be stuff with upscaling that the Switch 2 has that the Xbox Series S doesn't, and many games run very, very well on the Xbox.
Bro, like, dude, this upscaling shit is not gonna save the Switch 2. Y'all are crazy. I'll be a monkey's uncle if that shit does. Okay? Like, dude, if it did not work out for the PS5 Pro, might I add, the PS5 Pro, and like, there's even some problems still with modern PCs using it, what the fuck makes any of you think that the Switch 2 will be any different? What makes you guys think that? Who the hell really thinks that this shit is actually gonna shine on the Switch 2? You guys are dumb. I mean, and like, if I'm being honest too, why should we depend on generative AI to make games run better? Or whatever AI, right? Performance AI. Why should we depend on that instead of native performance? The hell? Like, I don't understand, bro. I really don't. Who the hell wants fake frames in their game? That's not gonna make it feel good. The hell? These guys, oh man, they're something else, man. Like, I don't even agree with this like whole stupid performance AI. I really don't. I think it's a stupid fucking idea. And I think it's a bad way for lazy developers to be like, oh, okay, we're gonna just put in AI, let it make up the frames, essentially. And it's like, no, that's not gonna help. That's not going to fucking help. I mean, it does give you more frames, but it has more input lag. Then the frames are useless. The frames are useless, they're smart ass. The point of frames, more frames, I mean, like native frames per second, okay? The point of them is to, whatchamacallit, is to give you less input lag. That is the point of frames. and to make the game feel better, which obviously is because of the less input lag. That's one of the things, right? It gives you more time to react, and your reaction is faster. Like, whatever you react with is faster. Like, Jesus, bro. It's really that simple. It really is. So, I'm sorry, but I don't really understand. I don't understand the point of this. The whole stupid generative AI. Or generative frames or whatever. I don't understand. Or generative performance. I don't understand the point of it.
Xbox Series S, and the Xbox Series S is thought of as an afterthought with these ports. It's more so focused on the Series X. Look at a game like Resident Evil 4 Remake. That game actually runs at 60 frames per second on the Xbox Series S. So why can't a game like that end up on the Nintendo Switch 2? Why can't a game like the Halo Master Chief Collection, Forza Horizon, games that are now, at least rumored or indeed confirmed to be coming to the PlayStation 5? I think the sky is the limit with this. I think Xbox, I really think they're going to go all in on the Switch 2. I really do. I think, this is their new motivation.
Can't wait.
When they talk,
oh my god. Just because I paused it doesn't mean I want to watch your shit
cash payout if you were in a car accident in the last year? Yep.
About when Sarah Bond walked out there and talked about the greatest technological leap for gaming ever between what we have now with the Xbox Series X and their next platform, it's not talking about it in a traditional way. It's not talking about, A Link to the Past to Ocarina of Time, Super Mario World to Super Mario 64. It's not talking about anything like that. It's talking about Xbox putting their games everywhere, taking that technological leap of artificial intelligence and how they're going to rely heavily on that to help assist with games or even create new games. So I feel like these two topics are actually two topics within one, because this is going to impact Nintendo Switch 2. Do you honestly think that Xbox is the only company that's dabbling with AI for their games, that is looking at how they can utilize AI to potentially maximize profits and cut down budgets and, make things faster in the developmental process? If you think it's just Xbox doing it, you're a fool, Pliskin. There are a lot of companies that are going to be dabbling in this, and people that are swearing off AI now, they might not be left with a lot to play with in the future if a lot of these companies are doing it. So, like I said, check out.
Yeah, I doubt every game is gonna use like AI fully. You know what I mean? I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't really think that Steam is going to allow AI, like an AI fully developed game. I don't think so. Here's the thing: obviously, it's gonna have to be controlled in some way, shape, or form. So I don't even believe that. Oh my God, like AI is gonna. No, I don't think so. Unless they use it subtly, I don't think that AI made games are going to exactly hit it off. I don't think so. No. Like they have. I think AI will just mostly be used, by the way, to just handle how do you say, like very mundane but daunting tasks. So when it comes to making assets or whatever like that, I think that's what it'll be used for. I don't think it will be used much in the coding process, personally. Not yet. Again, not yet. But again, it still needs someone with coding knowledge to insert that knowledge. Like I don't really think that it's like I don't really think that AI is going to take over completely for video game development. I don't think so.
Phil Spencer's full interview
I just don't think
in the
so.
description box down below. I will have a link to it. Shout out to the boys over at Xbox Era. But let me know what you think about all of this. What do you think about Microsoft and Xbox, doubling down on AI? What do you think about Phil Spencer pretty much saying, balls deep on the Switch 2? And what Xbox games would you like to see on the Switch 2?
All right, let's see. Oh, whoops. I forgot.
to actually put that thing on charge, lol. Oh, come on. Hold on, I'm gonna go check my thing now. Oh my god. Hey. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so, hold on, guys. I'm gonna do this real quick.
Halo, Master Chief Collection, give me that, bro. Give me that so I can beat up on a bunch of kids who have never played Halo. I'd like to see a Forza Horizon on there as well, or even just Forza Motorsports. There's no realistic racing games beyond like Grid on the Switch, so I think that's a marketplace that Xbox could actually could actually could actually could actually 10 10
Like, really though, bro? Jesus. You know, you don't have to save everything that I did before. Like, why does it still say Shadow of Earth Mordor or whatever? What is wrong with you guys? God damn, you guys really suck, don't you? Oh my god. Mm, yes. Hurry up, so I can fix it. Oh my god. Bruh, are you dumb? Like, is this shit dumb? Bruh, are you dumb? Ugh. Where do I go for my shit, bro? Like, where do I go to edit it? Okay, Stream Manager. God. I swear I hate Twitch. How do you not have an editor right there, bro? Like, I swear it's like, it got harder, dude. It got harder to edit your shit. Like, how? That's why people are like, how the fuck is this Shadow of Mordor? Like, oh my god. Bro, what are you doing? What the hell? How do I edit this? How do I edit the information, you absolute morons, bro? I absolutely hate Twitch. I hate Twitch so much. It's not giving me an option to take off the name, so that's weird. It's kind of weird, bro. Oh well. Oh well.
Essentially thrive and be successful in. Let me know what you think of everything in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well.
I'll be sure to do that, absolutely. Probably never, but, you know, I'll think about it. Oops. Hello, lovely viewer. Sorry, but, it was weird, man. I don't even know how to edit the damn thing. That's so weird. Wow. Bro. I hate you, Twitch. You suck. You're so bad. The hell? Oh my god, bro. It's so fucking bad. Out of here. Alright. Oh, okay. There you go. That's how you do it. Fucking stupid. Oh, just chatting. Just catting. Okay. There you go. That's how you do it. Alright. Sorry, guys. Copy. Friggin' garbage. Garbage thing. Save. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I know, this is a mess. This is a complete mess. Like, seriously. Alright. Let's go to more videos now. Let's see what's on here. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Right.
What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. You don't like it, you can have that seat.
So even though we don't know a whole lot about the Switch 2, a lot of the Switch 2 has yet to be shown. We've only really seen one game on the Switch 2 in Mario Kart The system isn't out yet. We're still waiting on the blowout in April that's going to show us a whole bunch of games that are headed to the Switch 2. We may actually know of the first game to get canceled for the Nintendo Switch 2. So Warner Brothers recently announced that they will be shutting down or have shut down Monolith Productions. And the reason why this is interesting is because about a year ago, I found evidence that Monolith Productions was looking, or at least appeared to be looking, for people with experience with Nintendo Switch 2. Now, we've learned from this cancellation that they were working on the Wonder Woman game, and that game was canceled. Well, it looks like that game was also headed to Switch 2 and is now no longer the case. So looking at this old video, we look at the job description, and it was Monolith Productions, and they were looking for a senior systems engineer on their graphics team where they will work closely with the principal graphics engineer and the rest of your peers on the graphics and runtime teams to develop state-of-the-art rendering technology for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, PC, and any new platforms we adopt. So there's not that many other options that you could say there. I guess someone could say, oh, maybe they're talking about the PlayStation 5 Pro, but honestly, I highly doubt it. And we're looking at, Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers has shown that they are willing to port their big games to the Switch, let alone the Switch 2. So this obviously was a game that was headed to the Nintendo Switch 2. But it's pretty interesting that the system...
I mean, I doubt it. I don't think so. I mean, not that I'm doubting that they would have tried to put it on the Switch 2, but I doubt that this thing was even fucking existing. Like, they were taking so long. They teased this game like 4 years ago, bro. And then nothing came out of it ever since. And now it's canceled. So what did they exactly? What did they do? What did they exactly do? Right? Nothing. Absolutely nothing on the game. That's what I feel. Man. Yeah.
Isn't even out yet.
Sad.
And technically, we've already had its first big game cancellation. And I don't know if this game was going to be good or not. I don't know if this Wonder Woman game was going to be good or not. But hearing the sound of it, it sounded like it was going to be a pretty decent game and could have, at least on the Nintendo Switch 2, could have filled that void for a God of War style game, other than something along the lines of like a Bayonetta 4. But yeah, it kind of sucks that got canceled, because obviously they were still hiring for the game last year. So that's pretty crazy. But let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover today. We're starting with an interesting update regarding Helldivers 2. A developer on the official Helldivers 2 Discord responded to somebody mentioning that there should be another crossover. This specific user was saying that there should be a Helldivers 2 and Deep Rock Galactic crossover, and they were saying how interesting that would be. And a developer actually responded to this by simply saying they are in the very early stages of something new. So basically confirming that they are doing some type of new collaboration, not necessarily with Deep Rock Galactic, but that they're working on something new. And the fact that they're saying something new could indicate maybe something different from what we've seen. Previously, they did a crossover with Killzone 2, and that basically added new armor sets, weapons, cosmetics, banners, so on and so forth. And so people have kind of been wondering if we're going to see something similar to that, or maybe a different type of crossover. But either way, we can expect to see something of this nature coming to Helldivers 2. Let me know what type of crossover you would like to see. Moving on from that, I want to give just another update regarding Death Stranding 2. We have Kojima over on X once again teasing out this new trailer that he's working on. Now we know that officially there's going to be a PlayStation Presents for Death Stranding 2 on the beach on March 9th. And it does seem like this is going to be a relatively significant one. It seems like we not only...
Get out of here. I think I already did. Right. Okay, cool. Let me just see real quick. Ow. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, let's react to this video. I watched it a while back. I think it was pretty funny. Or, I don't know, actually, I don't remember it. I watched kind of a good amount.
I think I get one of these microphones figured out. I still think it looks extremely weird on me, and now I'm pointing it out, so that's actually going to make it worse. It's still it's lopsided. You know what? I don't... Come on, buddy. You can do it.
Bro, shut up. You're not funny.
PC.
I hate it when they do that.
This looks exactly the same as the last video, but I promise it's different. Look, there's a fourth screen. I promise it's different. It's incredibly original. I don't know if I'll ever get over them, but all the
day job.
You can't see it, but maybe I'll cut to a clip over it or something during this part of the video. I'm also migrating to a new editor. It's a better version of Premiere. Well, better, as good as an Adobe product can get. But yeah, there's a lot of things kind of blocking me from making videos the way I want to, and
is this guy serious?
Entirely. Now, there's a lot of contributing factors to this, and I'm not the first person to talk about them, so please don't take my word as gospel. I am not the person to come to for the legal terms or the news updates. This is not a gaming news channel, and it probably never will be. But I feel like so many things have been bubbling to the surface recently in this general topic that I need to talk about it because, like I said, there are many things that are causing me to want to just make a video and just get it over with. The way that gaming is going right now, it's putting me in a very unusual situation. One of those factors is having a PC, right? So, as you can imagine, having this incredibly powerful computer that I am still unlocking all of the powers of is insane. You know, like, oh, now I can do things with ray tracing, now I can game at 120 FPS if I have the right screen. I can download games with DRM that make the games run worse. I'm not doing that last one. You know, my world has kind of expanded a lot, so I'm getting used to what all that entails. And there's a lot of exciting things about PC gaming, but it's also making me realize something. Oh, I have a really fast computer. And the thing about having a fast computer is that you can play a lot of games on it. You can also emulate a lot of games on it. You see,
Okay, this guy sucks. I don't even know why I put in watch later. You can't? Why? Okay. Let's see. Alright. It's actually crazy though. I did not think that was gonna. Yeah.
More showing up.
So someone said this. What's the PS5 Pro worth to you if you don't have a TV or monitor that will show 120 or more hertz, even though today's TVs also have 144 hertz? Okay, let me tell you a personal story. My biggest mistake was listening to YouTubers telling me there is no point in buying the PS4 Pro if you don't have a 4K TV. They also said there is no point in the PS4 Pro, so what did I do? Well, I went for the PS4 Slim. Don't make my mistake. Always go for the Pro, even if it seems pointless. And people are saying, don't get it, you don't have this many hertz in your TV, or we don't see a big difference. And then you decide to go for the Slim. And
So you're saying don't listen to the people who most likely have experience in that, you know? Like they like that's what this AI voiced motherfucker said. Huh? There you go. Like what? Oh boy, this is going to be a good video, isn't it?
And 2 to 3 months later, you see all the games getting PS5 Pro patch. After 1 year, you see most games run better and smoother on PS5 Pro, and all you're gonna think.
And then you also see those games unpatching it because it ran worse than the original PS5. So congratulations, Sony. Thank you. Oh, no. Whoops. But yeah, thanks, Sony. Appreciate it.
About is, why did I listen to that YouTuber? This is exactly what happened to me. When you buy a pro version of any device, you are basically future-proofing it. Basically, I was traveling pretty often back then. All I had was a laptop and a small 1080p monitor. Everyone said there was no point in PS4 Pro. There were also not too many games that benefited from the Pro sticker. As months went by, more and more games were updated for PS4 Pro version. And the cherry on the top, a lot of them also ran at a 1080p smooth 60 FPS. God of War 2018 offers a 60 FPS performance mode on PS4 Pro, while the base PS4 is limited to 30 FPS. Same for these.
That, by the way, didn't really offer 60 frames. I think the most it offered was 48 frames. So, yeah. So I don't even think that the PS4 Pro version even worked with the 60 FPS. So, just a heads up there. Okay. Yeah. So don't listen to robotic idiot.
Games: Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Battlefield 1, Doom Eternal, Metal Gear Solid 5 Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, and these are just some of the games. Trust me when I say this, I was pretty bitter when I found out, and this was the moment that I unsubscribed from a lot of YouTubers, and started doing my own research. I was stuck with 30 FPS lock, and yeah, it was pretty awesome to have PS4 Slim for the compatibility reasons, but honestly, the Pro wasn't that much bigger either, so it could easily fit in my backpack. So guys, I'm telling you right now, if you already own a PS5 and you are more or less happy with it, you can wait out few months or even a year before deciding to upgrade from PS5 to PS5 Pro. But if you're still stuck with a PS4 or PS4 Pro, and you need to make a decision this year between these two consoles, I'm telling you now, go for PS5 Pro. Sony always.
And what if they have a physical collection? Huh? What if they have a physical collection? Oh, then buy the $80 disk drive that you can only like connect to this PS5 Pro. That's the answer, guys. Spend $80 more. Great idea. Amazing idea. Yeah. I know this video was a while back, but whatever. It's like we can still make fun of people for simping for the PS5 Pro. And where is that stupid thing now? Like, isn't it a failure? Yeah, not really. Shocker. Let's see. Hold on 1 minute.
brings the biggest bangers and graphically intense games in the second half of a console lifecycle, so you'll need all the juice you can squeeze out of it. Here's another one, bragging
Alrighty
about
then.
his monitor. Bro, chill. We get it. You have a nice PC and a nice monitor, maybe even 1080. Nobody cares. It's not like you have a Lamborghini. Do you see us PS5 owners running around in comment sections bragging about how comfortable our couch is and how big?
Yes, actually. In fact, that's the only thing you guys brag about, even though the PC offers that too. Yes, and you guys brag about stupider shit that PC also has. So yes, actually. And you PS5 guys or whatever this AI moron is trying to present, right? You PS5 guys also like go around and bragging about your exclusives, and then you get pissy when PC gets them. Yes, absolutely. My God, you guys bitch and complain all the time. Absolutely. And then like try to show off or whatever. Yes, you guys are the most toxic fanboys in existence. Like, God damn. And they always have been, by the way. The PlayStation dudes. Sorry. The PlayStation dudes have always been the most toxic and annoying fanboys. Really. I mean, my God. And then that. Alright. Almost done. Alright, cool.
Our 65-inch TV is? No, so chill, it's just a PC. We also have PCs. I have a pretty strong rig, 2 monitors, and external drives. It's boring.
Yeah, doubt that. I doubt that this individual has anything to do with the PC. Hey, just because you have some crappy laptop that that like overheated a lot, okay? That you probably got for like $400, that does not mean you experience PC gaming, dumb fuck. Like, really.
Nobody cares about that. This is an educational video for PS5 users on what TVs and accessories to buy to improve.
Oh, well, you're telling them to get a PS5 Pro, so your education sucks. No, like, I'm not gonna lie, sweetheart. Your education is horrible. And I know it's not even a girl. It's a guy with a female AI voice for some reason. Why? I don't know. They're fucking weird. But yeah, whatever.
Their PS5 experience. There's always a PC Master Race gamer who needs to remind everyone about their monitor or $200 mouse.
And there's always PS5 fanboys. I want to brag about their shitty exclusives and then bitch when it comes to PC. Your point? Yeah, you're damn right. Because we actually have something to brag about. You don't. That's the difference.
While we're chilling on the couch and enjoying an immersive PS5 exclusive. And then there are others.
Why are you getting a PS5 Pro when the PC exists? That is the PS5 Pro and then some. So yeah, why are you buying a PS5 Pro? Why would anyone buy a PS5 Pro when you could get a much better PC for the same amount? Or maybe $100 less than the PS5 Pro standalone. But then, if you want a disc drive, motherfucker, then you better pay another $80. If you want a vertical stand that doesn't come with the console, you better fork up another $30 for a piece of plastic that helps it go on the side. Even though if it was a good console, it would be able to do that on its own without a stand. But no, it's not. It's a shitty console. Yeah, the PS5 has to be the stupidest console known to man. Legit. Actually, the worst PlayStation.
Commenting boohoo no games when half of the video is about all the upcoming games on PS5. But no, those games are trash, right? Until Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah, because they're not exclusives, right? I mean, that's what you guys say. How many times did PlayStation dudes like joke on Xbox guys because their games are coming to PC back in the day? How many times have you guys done that? Huh? It's just a user. Like, why'd you even bring PC guys into it then? Why did you bring PC users into it if you're not trying to if you're just trying to educate the PS5 users? This guy is such a coward that he's hiding behind a garbage AI voice. Like, you are the epitome of pathetic, my man. You really are. You are absolutely pathetic. You're just such a waste of human life. Honestly. Jesus Christ. It's just me trying to... here's my education to PS5 users. Get off the PS5. There you go. That's my education to them. Get off the PS5. Go to PC. That's my education to them. Stop wasting your time on the PS5. Keep playing the games that you have on there, like if you want to. But honestly, from here on out, just go to PC, please, for the love of God. Please, just go to PC at this point. You know, for your own sakes. That's my education to PS5 users. All right? Yeah, all right.
Ghost of Tsushima come to PC, then you jump for joy. Or how about the fact that Helldivers 2 is the best-selling Sony-owned property on PC, and now you're going to come at me with, yeah, but Helldivers 2 is dead now. Yeah, Helldivers 2 is dead.
No, Helldivers 2 is dead on PlayStation. Yeah, the only fan base that's really holding it together is PC. So, hey, PlayStation losers, you're welcome. You're welcome, by the way, that PC users are single-handedly keeping your dog shit games as a service slop alive. So, you're welcome. Now, I'm not saying the Helldivers 2 is that. I'm just saying, like, you know, the only reason why that game is as good as it is because of PC. It's because the fan base on PC, you know, are supporting it, unlike PlayStation users. So, yeah.
12 million copies sold, making an estimated revenue of $600 million. You're literally waiting 3 to 5 years to enjoy PS5 exclusives, and you're so impressed by the graphics.
Not anymore. It's not 3 to 5 years anymore, dumbass. And I'm sorry. Hold on. What do you PS5 users exactly looking forward to? What are you guys experiencing other than PS4 games? Exactly. Shut the fuck up. Like, what are PS5 users exactly experiencing other than overpriced PS4 games? Go ahead. I'll wait. What games that the PC is getting? Cool. I mean, but PC is getting it. That's kind of the point, right? I mean, hell, you could even like play both the Sony Spider-Man games on one platform now. It's crazy, right? Uh-huh. Hold on 1 minute, guys. There you go. All right. So yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that PlayStation fanboys are pathetic. That's all. Pretty much.
Yeah, we know, we played them 4 or 5 years ago. We're saying how all PS exclusives are garbage games. Well, at least you can say something about PS5 exclusives. You can't say anything bad about Xbox exclusives because they don't exist. Black Myth, Wukong is not coming to Xbox.
Again, you're trying. All you're doing is just guiding PS5 player. Fuck off. Like, really? It's because Xbox, like the Xbox exclusives don't exist. Dumbass, your PlayStation 5 exclusives don't exist either. Most of them went to PS4. What are you talking about? Like, this retard really thinks that PS5 is amazing. You are an absolute moron. The PS5 is just as bad, if not worse, than the Series X. Stop. Just stop. And the only reason why people would even say that it's quote-unquote good is like the least bit better than the Series X is because Sony kept games away from the Series X because they know they have no actual value with the PS5. Let's be honest, bro. They really don't. That's the funny part. I love how all the value in the PS5, quote unquote, is Sony pretending that there's value in the PS5. And these idiots eat it up. It's hilarious to me. It's absolutely funny to me. Like, who the... It's like... I mean, the funny thing is that, so what if Xbox doesn't have exclusives? It has worse problems than that. Like, the fact that all the games that are coming to Xbox from Microsoft, they're terrible. You know? They run poorly. You know? And the fact that their hardware is overpriced, and the Series S is holding the Series X potential back. I mean, there's a lot of things to complain about. You know, I'm just saying. None of it has to do with more exclusives. You know, just kind of stuff that I noticed. Jesus. All right. But yeah, these guys are just grade A idiots, like absolute idiots, if I'm being honest. They really are. Alright, cool. Yeah, these guys are grade A dumbasses. Like, wow. Wow. Anyways.
Because of the Xbox Series S. Everyone is hating on Concord like there's no tomorrow, but I tried the game out and you know what? It works. No crashes.
Oh, so you like it. Well, you know what the ironic part now? Hey, dumbass, fast forward not even 2 weeks later, and it's gone. So, it works? Not anymore, motherfucker. Not anymore, dumbass. So yeah, it's almost like your takes are really bad, and you just love gulping the cock of PlayStation. Oh, gee, yeah, I wonder if that's the case, right? Maybe. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. It just seems like you're very stupid. You're very, very stupid. Right? I don't think you know what you're talking about. And the game works. Again, not anymore. God, did that age poorly.
No bugs, crisp resolution, solid 60 FPS, and this is the beta when I complained about how broken the first Descendant was.
Well, I wouldn't know, because now the game is not even coming back in any way, shape, or form, and it's dead. Like, Sony literally shut down the server, so... Yikes. That didn't age well. Again, none of what you said aged well at all.
Everyone came at me with pitchforks. Why boobs and booty? Come on, man. I've got nothing against boobs and booty in a game, but it goes to show that you can make a broken mess of a looter shooter, even copying symbols from Destiny 2, and the game would still work and run like crap. But booty, don't say anything negative about the booty game. If
Yeah. I mean, that kind of goes without saying, right? We love characters that are beautiful. Whether it's a live action movie or whatever, any content whatsoever, we love beautiful characters, and we love sexy characters. We love strong characters. We love all of those things, all of them, right? We love seeing characters that we just don't normally even see, right? Like it's just like this is like we want to see the most definitive version of a character, right? Onto the big screen or whatever, in video games, whatever. And in media in general, everyone wants to see that. What's the problem with that? Yeah.
Concord was filled with half-naked women running around in thongs, you'd be all over that game. And I don't even like Concord.
right.
Not my type of game, but I will give credit where credit is due. Here's the kicker, though. While you're busy polishing your RGB lit keyboard...
Are you sad that you don't have one? Anyways, you know what the funny part was? That, I mean, if it did actually have hot women in thongs, like, running around, yeah, you're right. That would have lasted a lot longer than that piece of shit did. You know? Hell, if it was even a fucking game that's even mentioned the word Killzone, it would have lasted a lot longer than it did. But why did Sony go with a shitty game with ugly character designs and a mediocre as fuck gameplay is beyond me? Instead of making a Killzone 4 or whatever you want to call it, right? Instead of making a free-to-play Killzone game, No. Let's no. Let's make a $40 hero shooter that has been done before, and now it's free to play with every other hero shooter that plays and looks better with better looking characters. Great idea. Yeah, there's a reason why that piece of shit failed. A huge reason why. And I'm happy that it did. Very happy that it did.
And drooling over benchmark scores, we're actually gaming. We're diving into epic stories, engaging in breathtaking battles, and experiencing exclusives that define generations. You're stuck in an endless cycle of hardware upgrades.
It is defining one generation. PS4. Because that's the only games that you're getting on your PS5, dumbass. Yeah, you're right. The PS5 is defining one generation. The PS4, the previous one.
And forum flexing. Meanwhile, we're on our couches, controllers in hand, exploring worlds you can only dream of, until they eventually trickle down to your precious PC.
We could only dream of? Motherfucker, we could play more PlayStation games than your shitty-ass PlayStation itself. What are you talking about? The PC Master Race, because that's what it is, motherfucker, I ain't gonna lie. The PC Master Race is able to play any fucking game we fucking want to. You fuck. So, here's what I'm trying to say. You are a fraud. You don't even play games. You're using probably gameplay from other people or trailers from, the main channels or whatever. You're a loser who does not even practice what he preaches. Who's hiding behind a female AI character's voice for some reason. Just touting all sorts of dumb fanboy shit because you're a low IQ dumb fuck that has no other value in this world. Am I in the ballpark, right? Of guessing your shitty character? Oh my god. This man is an absolute fucking mess of a human being. You really are. Honestly, like, holy shit, this person is pathetic. It really is. Man.
Years later, you talk about your $200 mouse and 144 Hz monitor like it's the holy grail, but at the end of the day, it's just plastic.
Hey, at least that $140 mouse or whatever is able to work, right? How many problems did we hear of these elite controllers fucking up for $200? Huh? How many? How many times have we heard of those faulty ass controllers fucking up on PlayStation, Xbox, whatever? Doesn't matter. I would say a lot. It's just an absolute waste, man.
LEDs. Nobody cares about the Christmas tree on your desk that consumes more electricity than 5 PS5s. Real gamers know it's about the experience, the immersion, and the moments that make you go wow. And those moments, we're living them first. Don't worry.
Well, hold on. So you're saying that now people care? I mean, almost 2 billion people, almost 1/3 or 1/4 of the population kind of cares, I mean, how many people care about the PS5? Not even as many people who are on PS4. Like, oof, damn. Because the PS4, for some reason, still has more units sold. So, if your PS5 has generation-defining experiences, don't you think that a lot of people from the PS4 would be moving on to the PS5? Actually, like, most of the people? No, I'm sorry, not most. All of them? Not even all the PS4 users still went to the PS5. If it has generation-defining games, where's all the PS5 guys? Or I'm sorry, where's all the PS4 guys at? There's still like over 30 million of them missing. I don't know, man. You might want to find them. Or 40 million, really, at this point. You might want to find them.
Spider-Man 2 is coming to PC in 2027. By that time, we'll be swinging in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, funny part is that actually came way before that, dipshit. So, wow, that makes you look stupid.
But that's okay, God of War Ragnarok is coming to PC this year, and you can finally enjoy something I finished 3 times already. And I love PCs and...
Yeah, well, we all finished in your mom, so Fuck you.
PC gaming. I used to be a PC gamer. My brother has a gaming PC with a 4090, and when he'll see this video, he will laugh his ass off because that's what normal people do. This is Ashley. Thank you for listening.
No, you're not Ashley. You're Ash. You're Ash pretending to be Ashley, you fucking weirdo. Anyways. Sony won, but yeah, let's see this.
Sell your clothes with no selling fees on Depop. Buy what you love with the extra cash. Sell stay.
Shut up. All right.
The gaming landscape in 2025 feels like a full-blown Michael Bay blockbuster.
Just come on. Easy.
Explosive reveals, unexpected twists, and non-stop chaos at every turn. I've got like 20 insane stories that you don't want to miss. So maybe subscribe for that. Doom: The Dark Ages, taking the narrative to epic heights, and wild shifts in console strategies from both Sony and Xbox. Whether it's the PS5 Pro price drops, Xbox's digital future in Brazil, or lawsuits challenging digital game pricing, every headline packs a punch. Buckle up. This year is just getting started. It sits at $150.07 billion. Other game companies like Konami, Bandai Namco, and Nintendo are also on the list. But Sony still has a way to go before it can top Japan's leader, Toyota, which is over $80 billion ahead. On top of that, Sony and the PlayStation 5 are on fire. In the 30 years of the PlayStation series, the PS5 has become Sony's most profitable console ever. A huge deal, considering the record-breaking days of the PlayStation 2. But Sony isn't just about consoles. They're also releasing some killer games and diving into virtual reality with...
Yeah, that just kind of shows you how stupid PS5 users are. I'm sorry. Like, why are y'all wasting your time on the PS5?
VR2. Demand for the PS5 and even the PS5 Pro is still sky high, so Sony is ramping up shipments. Meanwhile, Xbox has basically admitted defeat in the console wars and is shifting focus to Xbox Game Pass. Gamers...
Oh yeah, I bet you're celebrating about that, even though that's going to make your precious little Sony there a lot worse for your dumbass. Right. What an idiot.
They're also buzzing about the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2, with more details coming in April. But some think the Switch 2 might not hit the same sales numbers as its first run. All things considered, it looks like Sony is set to keep riding this wave of success.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Industry analyst Matt Piscatella from Circana shared that PS5 Pro sales have lagged behind the PS4 Pro's pace in its first 3 months since launch. Console spending is down 35% year-on-year, and video game hardware spending has dropped 45%. All major consoles have seen double-digit declines. PS5 hardware spending fell by 38%. Xbox Series consoles are down 50%. And even the Nintendo Switch has seen a 53% drop, likely because people are waiting for this.
Well, yeah, either the Switch 2 or the fact that it's fucking old. So, but the PS5 already seen a 38% drop. Oof, yikes. You know, that's a funny part. People really think that the PS5 is going to sell as well as the PS4. I mean, maybe by proxy, because, I mean, like, what else are they going to have? The PS6? The fuck is the PS6 going to do? Right? Like, I don't know. It's like, okay, I guess it'll be slightly better. Who knows? Maybe. Like, who fucking knows, dude?
2. Even though the PS5 Pro had a strong start, its sales have now fallen behind the PS4 Pro. According to Circana data, the PS4 Pro made up about 13% of total PS4 sales in the US. And while the PS5 Pro clearly has an audience, many are split on its high price. At $699.99, or its equivalent in other regions, without extras like the disc drive or vertical stand. It's the most expensive PlayStation console to date. There have been a few small discounts since its November launch. Fresh rumors are going circulating that Xbox might stop selling the Series X in Brazil, adding to the existing shortage in some regions. Some gamers worry this could be a sign of a gloomy future for the brand, but it's still unclear.
Honestly, I just pretty much think that Xbox is going to be dead. You know, I love how the dumb Xbox fanboys too were like, dude, no, they already said that they're going to make another Xbox or whatever. bro, the brand is dead. Shut up. Like, it's just because they're making another console as some desperate attempt to make more money off you idiots, that does not mean that the brand is not that the brand is a success. Absolutely not. So it is dead by proxy. I don't know.
Clear if these changes will be confined to Brazil or become a global trend. It looks like Xbox is shifting its focus. Execs like Phil Spencer have talked about evolving, and the emphasis now seems to be on the digital side of things. With the Series S and the hugely popular Game Pass service leading the charge, Xbox might be moving away from chasing hardware dominance. Some reports, like those from Icon Era, suggest that Xbox is already pulling the Series X from shelves in Brazil. Microsoft appears to be pointing fans to Xbox Cloud Gaming and Game Pass as alternatives in that region. Similar trends have been noticed in Saudi Arabia and several European countries, where
Now, it would be nice if they actually gave Sony competition. They're not. So let them go. Let them die. Who cares? Right? They're not giving Sony a competition, so why are they there? You right? Like Nintendo is Sony more of a run for their money than Microsoft is. Even though they're out there, they're just doing their own thing. You know? They're just doing their own thing. So that's a thing though. It's like Microsoft is pointless to be around. Good. Get out of here. You're not giving anyone any value. That's my point, right? Especially because, what, now you're going to give your games out to other consoles? I'm not against that, by the way. Cool. Like, your console could still have value even though that your games are on other platforms. I don't care about that. Your console could still provide value. In fact, I don't even play exclusives, bro. Maybe Nintendo exclusives here and there, but I wouldn't care if they're Nintendo exclusives. You know what I mean? I just play them because I just happen to be a fan of them. Not because, oh my god, it's the only thing I can get on Nintendo. Let me lick your balls, Nintendo. That's not why, bro. Like, come on. Okay? That's what people need to realize. It's like, if no one's giving you any value, let them go. That's it. And that's the way of life, too. I was mostly talking about the gaming industry, but you know what? That could work for real life too. Whatever one of you weirdos want to take it that way, go ahead. I don't care. But yeah, it's like, I'm just saying though. Nintendo, you're crap. The PlayStation, you're garbage. And Xbox, fuck you. I hope you rest in piss, dude. Honestly, go to hell. You have given us no other value anymore. They're pretty much doubling down on the toxic bullshit like Sony has. Oh, we're gonna also increase the price of our console, but we're gonna put it bundled with a fucking 3-year-old game. Like, bro. Oh my god. Yeah. Their next piece of hardware, I don't understand who the fuck it's anymore. Game Pass if you want to suck the cock of that. Like, really. It's that simple. And isn't it funny, dude? We just watched the other video from them. I think, to be fair, that was an older one. I just realized that was an older video. But now it just seems like they're just giving shitty slop AI news with it. Like, wow. So these idiots, or this idiot, got roasted so badly to the point where this motherfucker is trying to play the neutral game now. Motherfucker, please. God, your content sucks.
Finding a Series X is getting
was watching
tougher.
for
While
nothing
many
else,
fans
too.
are happy with the Series S and the digital approach, others worry that Xbox might be stepping back from the console battle entirely. Xbox representatives have
Can't wait to see him out. Really can't. So, yeah.
promised continued support for first-party games, but dedicated players remain uneasy about the shift in hardware focus. For now, it seems like Microsoft is making a break from physical gaming to push an all-digital future. Some even compare this move to what Sega did before.
Oh yeah, because that's working out for Game Pass for them, right? Ha! It's not gonna work out.
Or leaving the console market. Whether this is just a regional experiment or a sign of what's to come for Xbox remains to be seen. The Dutch consumer group Massashade and Consument is taking Sony to court. They say Sony is using its dominant market position to keep prices high on the PlayStation Store. Basically, digital games on the store cost about 47% more than their physical counterparts, even though publishing and distribution costs are lower for digital versions. And this isn't Sony's first rodeo with legal action over its digital store practices. Back in 2022, there was a huge lawsuit in the UK over similar issues. And in 2023, Sony faced a class action in the US accusing them of overcharging customers. Now, in 2025, the Netherlands is joining.
That should not be an accusation. That is absolutely accurate. That's completely accurate. They are overcharging. I just did not know that you could like actually sue them for that, like put a lawsuit for that. I hope it works out. I really do. I really fucking do. Cause yes, dumbass, they are overcharging. Who was like being like, I think they are. No, you don't think, you know. Like, bro, they're why are they charging almost full price and then some for these fucking games, even though that they're digital. They're digital. They have no boxes to print, nothing. Like, they don't have to put in stores, except their digital one, It's like, yeah, man, yeah, they have been overcharging you idiots. Jesus. Hurry up. Like, yeah, kind of no shit.
The party. Dutch gamers who've bought anything from the PlayStation Store, including games DLC or microtransactions, can join the lawsuit for free. The lawsuit argues that Sony's closed system and dominant position force artificially high prices on digital games. If successful, it could shake up the digital market by pushing Sony to allow other sellers a piece of the pie. The first court hearing is expected to take place at the end of this year, but the final decision may take a while. This legal move isn't unique in the tech world. Apple has faced similar lawsuits over its App Store fees, and Epic even took on Apple and Google back in 2020. The claims against Sony echo these past battles, alleging overcharging and monopoly behavior in the gaming market. Good grief, have you seen this month's PS Plus lineup? It's utterly bonkers. Our perennial Sony overlords have pulled out a selection that's as unexpected as it is eclectic. For PlayStation Plus Essential subscribers, you get a near new title, a remake of a 2010 classic, and hold onto your hats, 13 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games. And yeah.
Wow, old games, consume, guys. On your shiny PS5 with your PS5 Pro that this idiot simped for. Yep, play old games. That's what you do with your brand new shiny fucking console, right? Or your shiny 9th generation console, right? Playing old fucking games on it. Nice. Because, yeah, it's not like, hey, those games are available on the Switch, at least 2 of them or whatever. Right? I mean, no, it's not like the TMNT collection is available on the Switch and better played on there because it's a portable playing those older games. So, yeah. So it's not like the Switch version is objectively better to play, but B, you're playing on the PS5. I just don't understand. Man, I mean, I thought I thought there's you know, the PS5 is the most powerful console, man, or a PS5 Pro at least. What happened with that? What happened with that? Crazy.
Are all set to drop from midday on Tuesday, March 4th. First up, Dragon Age The Veilguard on PS5. A mere 4 months old, this immersive RPG from BioWare picks up right after Dragon Age Origins. Though, you don't need to be a die-hard fan to jump in. You play as Rook, a fully customizable hero, rallying a band of misfits to stave off the collapse of the mystical veil, brought on by a former friend turned foe. The community's reaction to Dragon Age The Veilguard is as divided as it is passionate. Some longtime fans remember that first playthrough, when every new Dragon Age release was a thrill, even if you had to squint past a few rough edges. But a second run-through peeled away the rose-tinted filters, exposing a slew of issues. From shaky narrative choices and bland writing, to a sense of lost direction that echoes past BioWare misfires. One user lamented that the numbers just didn't add up, while another argued it wasn't so much development hell, as it was a failure of leadership and a misunderstanding of what made the series tick. There are
I mean, isn't that always the case? Yeah, I don't, you know, maybe Dragon Age or whatever, it wasn't really that good to begin with, right? Maybe it just never was. But also, you know, if we're being completely honest too, it was a bunch of DEI losers taking advantage of an IP that they had no business in having any control of. Let's be honest, man. It's a bunch of weird blue-haired feminists and weird fucking people pretending to be the gender that they're not, taking advantage of a game or being on a game that they have no business at all being involved with. Sorry, but it's true. So, yeah.
voices in the crowd who insist that, despite its flaws, the game isn't riddled with bugs. They praise its content and solid voice acting, even if the storytelling leaves much to be desired. Meanwhile, others aren't holding back, suggesting that BioWare's recent trajectory has strayed too far from its roots.
Hey, here's a fucking thing for you losers, right, who are paying for these $70 games. Motherfucker, a game not having bugs isn't exactly a good thing. I mean, it is good, obviously. I mean, that's what it should not have. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is that that's not a thing that you should benefit them for, like give them the benefit of the doubt for. That should be standard. Like, Jesus, man. Oh my God. Yeah, guys, don't worry. They didn't they didn't completely fuck us over with this garbage game. Don't worry. You know, we're good.
They compare this shift unfavorably to earlier titles, lamenting that a darker, more nuanced RPG experience might have been sacrificed for a lighter, almost campy tone. In the end, while some find small sparks of brilliance, especially in that unexpectedly powerful third act, the overall sentiment is one of disappointment and nostalgia for the BioWare of old. Next, we have Sonic Colors Ultimate on PS4, also playable on PS5. This isn't just any remake.
That's all they're talking about, just old or shitty games. Oh my God. So hey, quote unquote Ashley, AI Ashley. You know how you were bragging the shit about how amazing the PlayStation experience is? Well, what about now? How is that PlayStation experience? There you go. Yeah. How's that experience there, Ashley? Huh? Or quote unquote Ashley. Yeah, I don't think it's that good either. Yeah, really. Guess that shitty video that you released, I don't know, maybe a year ago, I don't know, didn't really hold up very well, did it? For multiple reasons, but yeah, man. Well, maybe the PS6 will be better.
It's a return to form for Sonic, bringing back the breakneck speed and platforming madness that was sorely missed. With alien wisps fueling Robotnik's mischief, Sonic morphs through a range of transformations, from an overpowered drill to a spiked ball, ensuring every level is a dizzying, adrenaline-fueled ride. The 2021 remaster holds a respectable 7.5 out of 10 classic Turtle titles, spanning everything from 80s arcade cabinets to Game Boy gems. It's a nostalgic feast for anyone who remembers button-bashing their way through Manhattan's underbelly, complete with couch co-op and even online multiplayer in the more advanced entries. So, what's your verdict on this head-spinning PS Plus slate? Excited, bemused, or somewhere in between? Let's hear it in the...
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Wow, I'm so happy that I'm paying $80 fucking plus, you know, each year for shitty games. Whoa! And the right to play my games online, even though PC does it for free. Yeah. Yeah. It's not really exciting being a PlayStation fan, is it? I feel so sorry. Actually, no, I don't, because you guys are doing that to yourselves, really. Get off the PlayStation. I mean, it's not like Sony's doing you any favors. They're making you pay for online, even though they have no right to, or they shouldn't have a right to. You know, they're giving you games that you could have played on your 2013 console, the PS4. You know, I mean, just not so good things all around, huh? Sad, really sad.
Comments.
I just got this text with a stock that was flagged most likely to make a big move. And I get these alerts every...
Man, this whole Monolith situation is just wild. Imagine taking a studio that made one of the most innovative games ever, giving them 7 years and hundreds of millions of dollars, and then, instead of getting a groundbreaking new game, you get a shutdown notice. That's exactly what happened. This report comes from Jason Schreier of Bloomberg. Warner Brothers is shutting down Monolith Productions Player First Games and Warner Brothers San Diego. Oh, and they're also canceling the Wonder Woman game. And honestly, I can't even say I'm surprised. This is the same team that gave us Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor back in 2014.
No, it's not, dipshit. No, it's not. Different people. Studio does not equal the same talent.
Game that revolutionized open-world design with the Nemesis system. A few years later, they followed up with Shadow of War, which should have been another hit but was buried under terrible microtransactions. The monetization was so bad, it completely overshadowed how great the core game actually was. After that, radio, silence. For 7 years. They were working on something new, but leadership changes, creative struggles, and Warner Brothers constantly meddling completely derailed everything. By the time they settled on Wonder Woman, the monolith we knew was already gone. Most of the key developers had left, including the studio head, Kevin Stevens, who's now at EA working on the Black Panther game. On paper, a Wonder Woman game with the Nemesis system sounded awesome, but behind the scenes, the project was a mess. At one point, they tried to reinvent the Nemesis system into something where enemies became your friends instead of rivals. Yes, instead of epic grudge matches against vengeful enemies, the system would help you make new buddies. Then, in early 2024, Warner Brothers rebooted the project entirely, reportedly shifting it towards live service elements, which, let's be real, was probably the final nail in the coffin. If you've seen what happened with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, you know exactly why that's a bad idea. Instead of letting Monolith cook, Warner Brothers execs kept pushing them toward their biggest moneymakers, Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones, and DC superheroes. That's where they're putting all their focus now. Meaning, risky, innovative ideas don't stand a chance. And let's not forget, Warner Brothers still owns the Nemesis.
And here's a funny thing too, though. Yeah, I bet you console losers are still gonna buy it. Funny enough, whatever Warner Brothers, whatever they shit out, you guys are probably just gonna buy it. Really.
Optimusum patent. So even though Monolith is gone, no one else can legally use that mechanic for another decade. It's just sitting there, locked away, collecting dust. Look, cancellations suck. Studios shutting down sucks. People losing jobs because of bad executive decisions sucks. But the reality is, most games don't get canceled because they're too good. If Wonder Woman had been shaping up to be a game-changing hit, they wouldn't have killed it. Maybe we dodged a bullet. Maybe this would have been another Suicide Squad disaster.
No, not maybe, for sure. Because again, why would they cancel a single-player Wonder Woman game when if that was the whole intent behind it in general, they would have not canceled it, right? I wonder why they canceled it when they already took down two of their flops, or not took down, but they stopped supporting two of their flops, two of their live service flops, might I add. I wonder why. It's almost like the Wonder Woman game was going to be live service as well. Oh my god. Yeah, so it was for sure going to be some live service garbage, or going to have some live service, elements. Absolutely.
Either way, it's another sad
Absolutely.
example of how poor leadership can destroy even the most talented teams. Monolith had so much potential, and now it's just another what could have been story. What do you think? Were you actually excited for the Wonder Woman game? Or does this just feel like another case of corporate mismanagement? So Avowed is out now, and it's funny to
Who could be excited for a game that showed no gameplay? What do you mean, were you excited for it? There was no gameplay to be excited about. Like, what? I don't know.
think that at one point this game was actually supposed to be a live service co-op RPG. Like, what? That's such a different direction from what we ended up getting. But this isn't just an Avowed thing. Dragon Age Veilguard went through the exact same process. Both of these RPGs started out as multiplayer-driven games, then at some point their developers realized, oh yeah, this isn't going to work, and had to pivot back to single-player. And the timing of all this isn't random. These games started development in 2018.
These people just no one has any creativity in the gaming industry anymore, do they? They just don't, do they? Like, oh, let's take this and make it into a live service. Why the fuck would I want that at all? Why would anyone want that? Why would there be any value into you deciding such a thing? Hey, do you guys want to have less options on how to experience your game? Yes? Perfect! We got the best thing for you. You have got to be kidding me, bro. Honestly.
Which was right in the middle of the we need to be acquired phase of the industry. That was when studios were trying to make themselves look as financially appealing as possible.
Hey, you know what? I got a great idea. If I was a director to a Batman Arkham game, I would make it a live service with less content compared to the other games. Isn't that such a great idea, guys? Right? Isn't that such an amazing idea?
To bigger companies like Microsoft. And how do you do that? You show that you can make a live service game that prints money. That's why around this time, you had games like Redfall, Fallout 76, Conquered, Avowed, and Veilguard all being greenlit as multiplayer-focused projects. Not because studios wanted to make them, but because they needed to look valuable to potential buyers. And in Avowed's case, it was original.
Yeah, well, studios, hold on, there you go. Yeah, well, studios still made the shitty, ugly-looking characters, so don't care. And the overall creative process are on the studios, so don't try to be like one of those morons who are like, I feel so bad for the developers. No, I don't. Thank God they're gone. Fuck you. Yeah, go to hell. Get the fuck out of here. Go work at fucking McDonald's or whatever, because that's exactly what you're good for. Bye. See you later. Good luck serving fucking burgers on my plate, motherfucker. That's all you're good for. Get the hell out of here. You're gone. You're gone. That's it.
originally pitched as an open-world multiplayer RPG with a structure compared to Destiny. But then Microsoft bought Obsidian, and that multiplayer angle was scrapped. Instead, the game got rebooted in 2021 and turned into what we have now, an open-zone single-player RPG, more in line with the Outer Worlds. And even though it's a completely different experience now, you can still kind of feel the remnants of that multiplayer origin. Like the camp system, it feels like it was supposed to be a matchmaking hub where players would team up before heading into quests. But in the final game, it's just kind of there. And this isn't just an Avowed problem. Veilguard also has issues that seem to come from its live service roots. And honestly, you see this pattern a lot in game development. The industry tends to go all in on trends. One company greenlights a live service RPG, then suddenly 10 others are doing the same thing. And a few years later, they all realize at the same time that maybe that wasn't the best idea. Now, despite all the chaos and development,
Wait, what? No, that's not how that works. No, there's some idiot. No, these shitty companies think they're gonna be the lucky one, right? No, these shitty companies really think that they're gonna be the one. They're gonna be the main live service character, bro. Like, and then they also think like, oh, and like, if we get people just wrapped up in this game, then what? Yeah, you're gonna get people wrapped up into one game. Then what? What, you're gonna just keep making content for that one game? No, dumb fuck. That's not how that works. I mean, it is how it works, but that's the problem. That's what I meant. Of course, that's how it works, and that's the issue. You don't want games to last too long, people. You really don't. Who the fuck wants these garbage-ass live service slop? Who wants that? Every game? Every game to be that? Absolutely not. Jesus. It's like, yeah, to the retards who really think that that's who keep trying to do it. It's like, okay, then what? Then what? You know? Hold on 1 minute. You know? Like what? You're just gonna keep making content for that one game. So, okay, what I'm trying to say is that, say if like dumbass Warner Brothers did decide to overall make what is it? Hogwarts Legacy, a live service game. Imagine if they did that, right? Okay, boy. Me, on the other hand, no, I don't want that. Although, ergo, you're not going to get my money with that project I'm not interested in. It's really that simple, right? But if you were to say, I don't know, like make a good Arkham game or whatever. I'm not saying now. I don't have any confidence in them making anything good now. But just bear with me for a second, right? If there were like multiple other projects that I would be interested in, I would give you money for that. Oh wow, crazy how the world fucking works, right? When you give me a product I'm interested in, I will get into it. I mean, I will buy it. Wow, crazy. Wow, absolutely insane. I mean, who would have thunk, right? But, you know, here we have these idiots, right? Just completely missing the point. Missing the entire point of this shit. It's actually embarrassing. It's completely embarrassing. Right? Like, okay, you're gonna get to live service, then what? You're just gonna keep making content for that one game? Oh yeah, guys, didn't you love Rockstar for that, right? Didn't you guys love how Rockstar would just keep making content for a fucking game that you possibly didn't like, GTA 5? Right? I know I didn't like GTA 5. So, them continuously making content for that fucking dog water game, to me at least, a dog water fucking game. I mean, then I'm not interested. I'm still not interested. I'm not going to give you money. I'm not going to give you money for that. So what I'm trying to say is that, okay, you can keep making content for that. That's why but you have to also be making content, be making content like other content that people might enjoy. Crazy, right? Man, imagine. I know, crazy, just imagine.
Avowed actually turned out pretty well. It got solid reviews. Obsidian seems happy
did
with how
not.
it
I mean,
performed, and
yeah,
they're
it
already
got
talking about
solid reviews,
DLC
quote
or maybe
unquote,
even a
that
sequel.
also
But it really
complained
makes
about
you
the game.
wonder, if Microsoft had stepped in sooner, would Redfall have been able to course correct the same way? Because Microsoft's whole approach back then was to stay hands off. Let studios operate and even want to make. So instead of intervening, Microsoft just let Redfall happen. And we all saw how that turned out. Obsidian, on the other
Oh, you made a game that you didn't want to make? Well, newsflash, all games are games you don't want to make, motherfucker. Get over it. Every single game is something that you don't want to make. And I'm not even talking about these people. I'm just talking about that's overall the case. Who the fuck wants to make a video game? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, if you're able to get paid without making the video game, you would choose that route. You would. You absolutely would. So, oh well, get the fuck over it, right? And make the fucking game you're instructed to make. And make it the best you possibly can. Oh well. I mean, shit. Otherwise, you'll get your ass shut down. Oh, you did. Oh, right. Sorry. A little too late, huh? A little too late for that, huh? Oops. You know. Oh well. Maybe next time, right? Fucking garbage. Shitty, untalented companies.
hand was in a much better position. They weren't relying on Avowed to be a massive hit because they had other projects going at the same time. Pentiment grounded Outer Worlds 2, so they had the flexibility to reboot Avowed when it wasn't working. And this is what's really impressive about Obsidian. While a lot of studios are taking 6, 7, even 10 years between major releases, Obsidian is somehow managing to ship 4 games in 5 years. They're not
I mean, somehow? What do you mean somehow? Like, yeah, it's because their shitty games are the same slop over and over again. What are you talking about? Like, oh, first person fantasy game where you get to have like shit mediocre combat. Whoa, that we barely even improved on the same engine that we barely even improved. Like, duh. That's how.
making massive AAA blockbusters, but they figured out how to manage scope in a way that keeps them releasing games at a steady pace. And this is the biggest problem in the industry.
And overall keep failing at a steady pace. I mean, is it the modern Obsidian, by the way, that made Starfield? I don't know. I don't know. But whatever. Like, under the same Microsoft umbrella, Starfield flop. This Avowed game flop. So yeah, who knows? Who knows what else they're gonna make that's gonna flop? That's the only thing I could see. Just flops all around. So yeah. Alrighty then. Yeah. Wait, no. Let's see. So.
Right now. Studios are constantly chasing these massive $300 million projects that take forever to make and might never even break even. Obsidian has kind of sidestepped that issue by keeping their games smaller, more focused, and more efficient to develop. And because of that, they don't need every game to be a gigantic hit to stay profitable. Now, the bigger question is where the industry goes from here. Because while some studios are learning to scale scale back and focus on tighter projects, the major publishers are all looking at AI as the next big way to cut costs. Xbox CEO Satya Nadella literally just said they're training AI models to generate game content and even playtest games automatically.
The same dream. A horrible dream.
If that means we're gonna actually get better games, then sorry, I'm just more interested in the I'm just actually just more interested in the whatchamacallit, in AI. Seriously. Yeah. Yeah. So GG, GG guys, you did good. Not. You did great, right? Even though AI is most likely going to take your jobs now. Yeah. It was fun while it lasted, though, right? Hey. And if it means actually better, better tested and better quality games, then guess what? Bye. See you later, shitty developers. No one needs you. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And you know what? That's actually pretty based of Microsoft to do. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty damn based. Holy hot damn. I can't wait. I don't know about you guys. I cannot wait. Oh boy. Well, anyways. Wow. Yeah. So, we'll, tomorrow, right? And no, I don't want to finish this video. God, Lord. I don't want to. You know, so. I think I'm just done now. But yeah, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Have fun. I'll see you guys in the next one. But first, let me check the overall thing. Hold on. Oh my god. Let me check if any of you, fuck yes.